Hello everybody, and welcome to another story from the Roughworks Tavern. Today we're going to be telling the tale of daring thieves infiltrating a pleasure house run by the mysterious and magnanimous Lady Platinum. But before that, you'll have to forgive me, I have some pretty severe allergies and I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. Also, for you guys who have been around this week, has been a particularly mentally taxing one for me, as there's just been some issues going on. Yeah, I have the window slightly open, I have the light on, and I'm doing my best to make sure it's tracking. So this week's been a little bit difficult. I don't want to super get into it, but if you're part of my raid group, you know what's been going on regarding Final Fantasy and just stuff involving it. It did mean that when we had received some donations towards the Get Well 8-Bit Fund, it bumped us up to 11% of our 3,000 goal. You might notice it's gone back down to 8%. I had to refund that money because I was not comfortable taking it from the person who had donated. If you guys wanted to contribute, you can go ahead and do so there with the support command. All that money is going towards costs for the vet bills that we have paid and will need to pay for 8-Bit, her specialty foods, getting her to and from the vet. She is recovering very well. Today she was very, very playful. She's eating her food normally and she's returned almost entirely to normal. We just need to get her checked at the vet to make sure that this isn't going to be a recurring thing now that we've got her eating again. So all the money is going to that with a lot of great rewards for my community. I still have to write them all down and share them with you, but one of the things is that my Final Fantasy raid team is going to play the Final Fantasy D&D. Some of my D&D groups I might try to convince to do some Final Fantasy content with me. There's going to be one of the rewards about me doing some volunteer work, likely at a local animal shelter, and streaming it if they'll let me, like an IRL thing of me streaming at this animal shelter. And lastly, probably the coolest thing, is that if we raise the full $3,000 goal, I will be hosting a mini digital convention with people from the TTRPG industry, the VTuber industry, as well as the cosplay community, running panels, workshops, and games the whole week. We've already got a bunch of people from Fantasy Grounds on board. Of course, I'm reaching out to my friends at Artal Saurian Games. We have Yuki, who's the leader of Chisana, who I'm hoping is going to run a cosplay workshop on how to cosplay your D&D character. I don't know when that digital convention would take place. That's just if we hit the total $3,000 goal. I also, if you guys want to support without needing to spend a penny, I'm currently being sponsored by War Thunder. If you guys play War Thunder and shoot one enemy within the first 5 battles that you do, you only need to hit one guy, not even kill him. It earns the stream a good bit of funds. In addition, if you win a total of 7, it earns us a little bit more. Thank you so much, Lulabelle. So, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. But you do need to be a new player in War Thunder, so it's got to be a new account. Yeah, sorry, Hida. Let's see, what else is there today? I think that's about it for announcements. We're going to be, because it's Easter, we're not doing Last Stand tomorrow, the Chisana D&D game. Instead, we are going to be playing some War Thunder, likely with Valentin, if I can get a hold of him. Oh, also, cool thing, I am 5 followers away here on Twitch from 1,000, which is a really cool milestone, and I'm 9 away on Twitter from 1,700, which is cool as well. And again, you'll have to forgive me, my allergies are, like, really bad today. Why do you want up now of all times, Pixel? Alright, with that said, why don't we quickly reintroduce all of our players, because Lulabelle's back! She's back! She's joined us!
Yeah.
So we'll,
Hello.
yeah, we'll get everybody to introduce themselves really quickly, starting with, speaking of Lulabelle, Apo!
Oh, what?
Apo, go ahead and say hello.
Apo is currently not available.
Oh my god, that's right!
Moment.
He's still on the train on his way here. Sorry, I have
He's almost there. He's almost there.
Yeah, in that case, speaking of Lulabelle, why don't we have Lulabelle introduce herself?
Oh, you son of a bitch. You got me real confused.
I do, yeah.
Hello everyone, Komalu. I am Lulabelle, your maid VTuber. I am also a live 2D artist, an illustrator. I currently have my commissions open. And if anyone would like to commission somebody for your model art or for your model to be rigged, check out my my command. I have a personal command, exclamation point, Lulu. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. I'll be playing a human bard of creation named Blake. I was like Karma. Blake. So I'll be excited to play him once more. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Hida.
Hello. Hi, I'm Hida Kamui. I'm also a VTube streamer here over on Twitch. I do a lot of variety games and whatnot. I also do my own Dungeons and Dragons campaign, the Tales from Cestria. That is a D&D game that happens every other Friday, opposite of this game. So you can come out next week as we continue our adventures. As my players are currently stuck under a lake in a temple that's about to be reflooded again, and fun times ahead for that. And we're happy to have Blake back.
Eldritch.
Well, I play Davy Bones, the mischievous, puckish, roguish skeleton of mystery, also known as a human.
And now you're doubled.
Yes, and now I am currently in disguise of a female lithe-framed dancer with long green hair. In 1 second here. What color are your robes again, River?
I don't wear robes.
Oh, well, your vest. And a green and gold vest with golden tassels and a dark green. I think it's a choker.
A choker.
Okay. Yes.
Blue. And it's not a choker, it's a tattoo.
Oh, okay. My bad. It looked like I had raised
By
that.
the way, as a note, for those of you who have been paying attention to my Rivers canon, I have said it is a choker and a tattoo multiple times on different things. So I'm lying. No one really knows what this thing around my neck is. I keep it secret. Lulu knows because she's drawing my 2.0 version.
As the artist, it's a choker.
Sure it is.
Ah,
As the artist has spoken.
Joker, I hardly know her.
All right.
I like how
I forgot-
Appo's future tech has just become a censor bar for Lulubelle's cleavage.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I don't like this.
I don't know why, but looking at Appo's future tech reminds me of the book Walk It in My Pocket from Dr. Seuss.
And lastly, but never leastly, the darling Seo, who, by the way, pronouns are she, her.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Sayer. I'm a graphic motion designer. I basically do everything that a streamer needs except clean the room. And I'm playing the character Neri. She's a half-elf druid, partially Eladrin, which means that she has some interesting characteristics when it comes to changing her personality type. She also spent her basically like upbringing in the Feywild and got a foxtail. Yeah,
I forgot
that's
to
basically
introduce
it.
my character. Oops.
Now then, who wants to go over what happened last time? Oh, I know! Lulubelle! What happened last time on Stolen Valor?
Yeah, Lulu, what happened last time?
Last time on Stolen Valor, the crew has arrived at like this walled city that is full of like drunk and like people that are super uber high, and for some reason the team needed to go in there, and so all of the team members have disguised into pretty sexy women, and I assume that they infiltrated. So we're looking for somebody. Yeah.
We also went through a haunted manor fun stuff as well.
Yes.
Lulu, Everyone has already described what they look like in their female forms. I haven't heard yet what Blake looks like, as Blake is there too, apparently.
Today, Blake is. Do you guys? What's her name from Fire Emblem? I think it's Fates, the black-haired curly girl. I think her name starts with like N, like NYM something.
Never touched the series. Couldn't tell you.
Long black curly hair. She's got like. Okay, how about Breath of the Wild? You know how Link wears the
No. Keep going with Fire Emblem. I want to hear you try to figure out who it is.
Nims. Nims. Her name is Nims.
Nims?
She's got long Nims. Hang on a second.
Why do
I
you
gotta
keep
look her up.
saying it like that?
Nims. Because that's her name, no? Fire Emblem, Fates, Nyx! Her name is Nyx!
Nyx!
Oh! It sounds like you're saying Nips. No, it's Nyx. She looks like... I mean, sorry, Blake is a he. Blake looks like Nyx. Long, black, curly hair. Attire that's, like, very revealing. Like, he's wearing, like a crop top with, like, some flowy pants. And the thing that Nyx is wearing, and also Link from Breath of the Wild, the Gerudo outfit. What is that thing that
Veil?
covers their face?
Veil.
Yeah, they're wearing that, and I want to say that their color of their outfit is it's like a sexy black. That's what they're wearing.
All right. You guys all head into the setting sun.
Also, I'm here now.
Oh, hello. Apo, introduce yourself.
Hello. Yes. Hello. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I escaped the train. That was a nightmare. I was trapped on a train.
All right, yeah.
My name is Hasalia. Nice to meet everyone who hasn't met me before. Oh god, I can say this now. I'm now a streamer, actually.
Hey, Kaiser. Welcome.
I just started a couple weeks ago, yeah. Not only that, but I've already reached affiliate. So, yeah, I drew my own PNG model and all that. At the moment, I'm just getting into things, so I'm streaming horror games, and then eventually I'm also going to be streaming art and just any sort of lovely game that I enjoy in general. Yeah, that's my main thing.
You're streaming on Twitch, right, Apo?
Yes, I am streaming right here on Twitch.
Type in my chat really quickly, would you, for me? Just say,
Sure.
wah, in the Twitch chat or something. Want to give you a shout out.
Wah. Wah.
You guys can check out Apo. He is an excellent person, and also the few streams where I have been tipped fancy alcohol and had delicious alcohol instead of the cheap shit I normally buy always come from Apo. So please make sure to follow Apo. Absolutely wonderful human being.
Well, thank you. Oh, also, yeah, that's the other thing. I'm a wine specialist, so if you have questions about booze, I know things about booze. I have lots of recommendations for wine and or spirits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now then, you all head into the setting sun. As you know, it is a pleasure den. Lady Platinum, the woman that you're trying to get access to, is wanted for slavery, drug trading, weapons selling, and even more. Things that are generally extremely illegal. However, Lady Platinum is also extremely experienced with the new laws of the United Provinces of Ajin Shu, and using a series of legal loopholes and lawyers, has managed to avoid being arrested because no judge will issue a warrant on her in the setting sun to allow entry by any policing forces to bring her out of it. And as such, there's been a standoff outside the setting sun by the brothers and other local policing forces and bounty hunters all trying to get access to get her out, with quite a large gold prize put on her head for 20,000 gold pieces if she can be arrested successfully.
Damn it.
I'm deciding that Sing Mode isn't going to be redeemable during D&D games anymore.
Nah.
Sorry.
Can I get my points refunded?
If a mod can refund Kita's points, that'd be greatly appreciated. That said, where was I?
20,000 gold bounty on her head if we can get her out.
Yes. There is quite a large bounty on her head. The party of infiltrated under the guise of potential prostitutes or serving girls that they may wish to hire. But who knows how long that nat 20 on persuasion will last. The inside of the setting sun is much like the outside. Extremely loud, raucous, and busy. The main common hall is open, wide, and circular with a large bathing pool directly in the center. Heated either by some sort of natural hot spring or magical means. Nude men and women lounge within the pool. Beautiful in every sense of the term. A few of the patrons seem to be in the pool as well, as serving men and women, scantily clad, bring them drinks, pipes, and food. Situated around the pool are towels, racks, and things to, hold clothing, cloth, and things like that. Beyond that is a series of dining tables, again arranged in a circular fashion, with the pool being the primary centerpiece of the setting sun clearly. On the far walls are passages leading further into the setting sun, a set of stairs leading to a balcony above you all, a long bar with no less than 12 bartenders behind it, constantly serving in double duty, and then, along the edges of the room, a series of booths with thin, green silk, semi-transparent curtains to give them privacy. The bouncer you have seduced leads you past all of this, towards the bar, where he stands leaning against the counter trying to look cool and impressive for you all. He raises a hand to signal the bartender, to which it goes unnoticed. The bouncer looks embarrassedly to you all and says, one moment, ladies. I'm certain I'll get his attention any time now.
It's not a problem.
Time passes.
Mirta looks unimpressed.
Time passes, and after 2 minutes of waiting, the bartender glances towards the bouncer and nods to him and holds up a finger.
Is it the middle one?
Nope, it's like the wait a minute sign. Just any second now, I'm certain he'll glance over, ladies.
Sarah is checking out her nails right now, just
Could I walk over to him and try to help him out a little bit?
Yeah, you walk over to the bartender who holds up a finger to you, and as you watch, the bartender takes a shaker glass, quickly is shaking it, tossing it behind his back, and seems to be showing off for a group of women in front. They, you kind of glance over the counter, and you can see he's quite a tall man and is wearing a G-string that leaves very little to the imagination. The women in front of the bar keep on attempting to put gold coins in the front pouch of his G-string.
Can
Why don't
hold
you
up
give him a
gold
coin?
What did you say?
Yeah. Could I hold up a gold coin?
You do so.
And
He glances over to you almost immediately and says, "What can I get you, honey?"
Your lovely bodyguard wants to talk to you.
Glances over to the bouncer. The bouncer, gives a smile and a nod, like, "Hey man, help me out here." And the bartender rolls his eyes and says, "Give me a moment, darlings." And he turns his back on the women who are, at the the bar, but not before, giving a little shake of his own rear end. You can hear the jingling of the many tips he's been given in the front pouch of his underwear.
Sounds like there's a lot of room in that pouch.
He sachets his way over to the bouncer. What? Hey, gotta speak to, the floor boss. Who's in today? The bouncer just says, they're busy. Who the fuck are these people? New hires.
The bouncer or the bartender?
They're new hires, the bouncer says back. The bartender replies with, we're not hiring. Bouncer says, come on, do me a solid. But the bartender doesn't seem very interested. It looks like your bouncer is being given the cold shoulder.
Okay. Wait, Mirta would like to step forward.
Sure.
Okay, this is probably a risk. And I go, I'm here for the more under the table work. Hiring for that.
Who the fuck? Under the table? Oh my. Just get out. Get them out of here. They clearly don't know the procedure for anything. Just get them out. The bartender says.
Well, clearly, because he's the one who's leading us, pointing to the guard. He's the one telling us how to do this.
The bouncer looks sheepish. The bartender sighs and just repeats, you don't even know the proper fucking procedures. And with that, the bouncer is speaking in Thieves' Cant. Those of you capable of understanding Thieves' Cant, there is clearly some way of accessing the more less reputable services of the setting sun. This is not the way to go about it.
No.
Is what you're being told.
I can't speak Thieves' Cant. That is unfortunate.
Don't worry, two of us can.
That's good.
Go out and come in the proper way. You're being told that there is a way to get in here proper, that anyone with a criminal background likely could access. Or by finding an invitation in. But there has to be a way for normal patrons to come in here under the guise of being normal patrons, and then get access to the other services of the setting sun. But the bartender's kind of making it clear that you're not going to find any progression further into the setting sun under this route.
Can I still give him the gold coin and be like, maybe you can show us a better way to approach this?
Why don't you go sit down and order some food? And the bartender slides a menu across to you. Thieves' Cant, guys. He is actively taking the bribe right now, and that menu has something to do with accessing the setting sun's secret.
I remember you have to order something, ask about something specific.
Mirta reads over the menu.
Sarah will also glance over the menu looking for Thieves' Cant stuff.
Okay, 1 sec.
Blake also looks at the menu.
I remember something got mentioned. I feel like something got mentioned to us last session about having to inquire about something specific.
The menu, as you guys go and sit down, the bouncer kind of separates from you now that you guys are being generally normal patrons. However, again, you note that whatever tattoo everyone has, you can't see it in here. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. You kept seeing them showing some sort of marking on their forearm to let them in or not, right?
Oh.
But
yeah.
You didn't actually see the marking. In here, because of the naked people at the pool, you could easily try to get a look at what it is, but do remember that everybody but you is going to have that marking in here right now. Whatever that may be. Before you make any rolls, though, are you getting a booth or are you getting a table?
Booth.
Okay.
Both.
The booth has private transparency curtains I'm guessing you pull them while you try to figure out this menu.
Yep.
Also, DoorDash is now advertising on your stream.
Oh yeah.
I talk about food, DoorDash. Remember, you guys can avoid the ads by subscribing to my my stream.
Yeah. So
I got
I have
fiber internet.
I have a question. As a changeling, can I mimic the tattoo?
Yeah.
I mimic the tattoo on my
However,
forearm.
well, you haven't seen it yet. Now, you're going to need a roll to actually see it.
Oh, I thought we saw it because of the naked people.
You're going to need
Or do I
still,
need, like, a close-up?
you're still going to
Yeah,
need
we
a roll
haven't done
for
any
it.
rolls
But I
yet.
wanted to get you guys in a booth, and I wanted to get you the menu.
Okay, I'll handle this first, and then I'll worry about the roll after the whole menu thing.
So, the menu reads as follows. I'm going to post it in the Twitch chat as well. Dort berry pie, slice, 10 copper. Gold pheasant stuffed with mushrooms, 12 copper. Cornbread and butter whip, 6 copper. Almond moonshade brandy, 11 copper. Fire wine, 7 copper. Buttermilk biscuits, 5 copper. Eggs, boiled and spiced, 9 copper. That's what the menu reads.
Is there any thieves' cant to the writing on there?
Nope.
Nope.
None, at least no thieves' cant that you're familiar with.
Can I make an investigation with a magnifying glass to kind of just like see if there's any like patterns in capitalization or word placements or anything that might reveal like a hidden, if there's like a hidden code embedded in it?
You can go ahead and roll me an investigation. Do not roll at advantage. Your magnifying glass will turn out to be pointless here.
Okay.
Can I give guidance?
If you wanted to openly cast a spell right now, you can give guidance.
Can I assist them in their investigation
You may.
as a fellow rogue?
That's probably better.
Okay, then. So I'll roll with advantage then and see how this goes. Uh, 20.
Perhaps this has a clue right here.
With a 20, it's clear that this is likely a secret message. Taverns that work in the criminal underground Why did you roll at advantage? Oh, right. Assistance. Yeah. Sorry. Taverns generally in the underground would use menus to communicate secret messages to each other. So clearly there's some sort of secret message here hidden within what I've just sent you. And it is likely some form of password. Congratulations, you found another puzzle.
Yay.
I
it
give us
maybe
30
like-
minutes.
Just the capitalized letters or something?
Moonshade?
You can roll something.
Can I listen in on the people around us to see if, like, they are
Posting it
saying
there.
anything?
Yeah, roll me a perception.
Oh my god.
Yes!
What'd you get?
20.
Jesus, nat 20. Nice. Alright, the first thing you note is the tattoos. The tattoos all be appearing, that everyone has, are clearly magical in nature, as you can see a slight glow from them. Meaning that a changeling would not be able to replicate that glow, nor would a disguised self. These are something that must have been applied by some kind of magic item. Therefore, without a similar magic item, or the same magic item, you can get something that looks similar, but won't give off the same glow. It would also be something that when touched with physical contact, because anything that is magical that you can attune to, you can feel a slight vibration from. Making these tattoos even more difficult to replicate. As you could get the look down, you might be able to get the glow down, but you won't be able to get the vibration if they are touched. Because that is only something you can attune to does. Okay? So the tattoos, very hard to replicate. But now you know at least where that they come from some kind of magic item. And a magic item capable of making these tattoos would be pretty hard to keep hidden in the city. So you might be able to track down where to get one if you want one in the future. You also, over here, a nearby table complaining about the prices on the menu you have. Why the hell is a slice of Dortberry pie almost the exact same price as an entire pheasant stuffed with mushrooms?
That was what I was talking about before. I feel vindicated now.
That doesn't make any sense, they say.
Can I make an intelligence check to try and decipher the possible hidden message?
I'm not going to give it to you, but you can get more hints.
Then that's what I'll go for, because I am not smart like my character.
Go ahead.
Well, off to a fantastic start, 12.
Blake, do you share with the party what you have learned? Also, that was a save,
yes.
not a check. I need a check.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
Go ahead and communicate to the party, then, that people are complaining about the prices.
There you go.
So, Blake thinks that we'll need a little bit more to replicate the tattoos that people are bringing in on their little arms and stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
talk about it in character.
And also,
Be in character. Let me hear exactly what you say.
No, Blake says Blake addresses himself.
That is
as
in
Blake.
character.
Oh, Blake talks
Yeah.
in the third person.
Wow.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
You got Blake's
Well,
intelligence is 5, remember?
I'm testing it though. I'm testing it just for a little bit, seeing if this is what Blake would do. Blake also heard for people next table. Thornberry pie slice is the same as gold pheasant stuffed with mushrooms. Now I'm just a little Blake, but to me it makes sense because it's like a slice. Yeah, I imagine it'll cost more, but people are complaining about so there's gotta be something involved with that.
That's very impressive there, Blake.
Yes, very good.
Maybe
I
we should order a
suggest-
slice.
Yeah, let's order something. I'm a little hungry as well. And Blake looks
Maybe-
expectantly with to the people around him, hoping they'd buy something for Blake.
Maybe
Oh,
if the
fine.
Dogberry pie
Kita,
is overpriced,
Hmm?
it comes with a service. that-
with the intelligence check, you are able to discern that because the prices are so strange, they likely have something to do with the hidden message.
So, let's see. If the price is up,
Hmm.
if they're comparing about the price of a single slice, perhaps the pricing of the food here is linked to the hidden message within, wouldn't you say, Davy?
It's
Oh,
possible,
sorry,
but-
Denise, isn't it now?
Oh no, Devine.
Devine, okay, there it is.
But I'm not sure. It's perhaps we need to. I'm not sure. I was trying to read the prices top down, see if there was like a addition division pattern to them, but I'm not quite sure.
What if we just put them in price order?
So, starting off, it'd be the buttermilk biscuit, then the fire rind, then the eggs boiled and spiced. Oh, sorry, I misordered that. The buttermilk biscuits, the cornbread and butter wine, then the fire wine, then the eggs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
There's no age.
maybe we can.
Also,
that's
chat,
awesome.
if anybody in the chat, the first person in Twitch chat able to solve the puzzle and to DM me on Discord, if you do it before the party does, I will give you a sub to my own channel. You'll get a gift sub to the channel and then no more ads.
Just
What about-
remember, we're not smart.
What about if someone from the party
There you go.
solved it?
then we.
You think I'm that
progress the
smart,
story.
Foxity?
Is that how we get level 4?
Is that how we get level 4?
I'm not gonna bribe the party. Party, if you want to progress, you gotta solve this puzzle. You can also just leave and go, this puzzle too hard.
It's too hard.
It's just one of the
Well,
ways of... It's one of the ways of
I
acts...
think you greatly underestimate how intelligent we actually are. Sorry, sorry, let me rephrase that. I think you overestimate how intelligent we actually are.
Oh, trust me, I'm not overestimating anything.
The cheapest is the cornbread and butter whip, right?
No, it's
No,
the
it's
buttermilk.
the buttermilk biscuit.
Which
The
I think
butter-
we'll agree. 5
What's the-
copper for biscuits is robbery.
They are like,
Sayo has put in... Sayo, I'd like you to out loud tell everybody what password you've deciphered with the solution you've just put up. I'd like you to read that out loud to me. As you watch as Neri, like galaxy brains for a little bit, writing things down on a bit of paper, and then triumphantly puts it on the table with what you've just written in the Discord, Neri. Say that out loud for us.
okay, so I put the things in order, and I basically used the capitalization of those letters of the items, and I came to something that is BBC, BFE, BSD, PAM, BGP, SM.
Say it. Pronounce
Say it in character. Say it in character, Neri.
Say it out loud.
How's it pronounced?
It's
And how is that pronounced?
but
Gain an inspiration. Gain an inspiration, Neri.
I don't
base-
think that's the proper way, because there's not enough of vowels to make a proper word out of all of them.
maybe it has something to do with like the lack of something that costs 8 copper pieces, and we have to ask what we can get for 8 copper pieces.
Maybe. I'd hate to see how much they charge for mutton.
I wonder how much their special is. Do you think they serve a special?
We could always ask.
You quickly
Go ahead,
glance over with your previous Nat 20 perception, Blake. It seems as if you've got a special menu. The other menus, as you look over at a nearby table that doesn't have the same secret menu as you, their menu seems to be a lot more standard, and you can see things priced at 8 copper there.
Oh,
Oh my god, River, I'm gonna send to you what I was trying to figure out. It's funny.
All right, no,
There
say
you
it out
go.
loud. Say it out loud. I want to hear. I want to hear you say it out loud so everyone else can enjoy it too.
Blake stands up and points a finger to the ceiling and says, as he tries to turn the numbers of the cost of the menu to letters, and he thinks of the letters JLFKGEI, and he says, the answer is Jolfgri.
I see. I see. We'll put a pin in that, Blake. River, can I roll for a hint?
You may roll for a hint.
Okay. I would like to try to do an insight. I'm looking at... Davey is looking at this. His eye socket's just kind of going back and forth over, just trying to see if anything starts clicking in a light bulb type moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use ancestral memory to give me a little bit of an oomph.
You
Trying to think through
flash
some
back to the
lives.
last time you had to solve a puzzle using your ancestral memory. It was
Yeah.
earlier in the day.
hours ago.
It was a few hours ago. Remember, you actually, how
You have
many
to go-
times can you use ancestral memory?
I think it's my proficiency. I'll look it up real quick because that's a good question.
Because
don't
you
usually
did
use them
use
very
it before
often.
getting a long
Yep,
rest.
I used it once. Under my abilities. Ancestral knowledge of past life. Reframe memories.
Ancestral memory just
Number of times.
ancestral
No,
legacy.
sorry, it's knowledge. It's knowledge from a past life is what I want.
Ah, thank you. Confused me.
Yes. And it's a number of times you get my proficiency bonus. So I
which
got
is
a
high
couple
enough that you
uses.
can use it again. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is your last use of it.
Yeah. I figure it's a good enough usage. 1 second. Here we go. Bada bing. And roll a d6.
You feel
a 20.
like attempting to rearrange the menu is correct. However, you don't feel like the current method of arranging it based on cost is the answer.
Okay.
You also don't feel like, if it is going to spell out a message, that it would be possible for the first letter or all the capital letter to make any sort of sense. So that's wrong, you feel.
So not putting in the. So by arranging this by price feels wrong, and trying to take the first lettered capitals feel wrong. But there is a secret message here.
It's clear that you do need to rearrange the menu
Hold on.
somehow, but it's not by
Oh my
price.
god.
Perhaps
it's A, B,
with
C, D,
the-
E, F, G.
Yeah.
It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
But
It's an alphabet. Okay. So
So maybe we have to
Uh,
label it from
so-
top to bottom from that.
the moment, like, yeah, it's so all the things. If you line them up instead of by price, line them up by the first letter of each item. It comes up as A, B, C, D. They line up as A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
What's my rival from Pokemon doing here?
and is that the password? ABCDFG?
Probably not.
Well, if it's not the capitalization of the letters, maybe it's the cost?
But they just said that it's not the cost.
The cost does have
Because-
something to do with it, is what was rolled
God.
originally, meaning that the prices of things do have something to do with it.
No. Wait.
Oh, I got it. I think I got it. All right, give me a second. I just need a moment. Give me a moment.
Wait.
You got a moment.
Appo
You
might
say
have
that
this Twitch
next
chat.
time.
If anyone wants that sub, you better DM me quick.
11 minus 5 equals 6, but that's all I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, I was
Like 5
thinking
minus-
the same. It was like 5 minus, like 6 minus 5 is not 10.
Yeah.
Appo, you think you found the secret word?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm working on it. I'm typing it down.
A mystery tool that will be helpful to us later.
Hello,
Maybe
Luminous.
it's actually-
The party have a puzzle to solve, and I was gonna give a gift sub if Twitch chat could find out the answer to this beforehand.
Oh, I know what it is. I figured it
It
out.
sounds like they just figured it out, though.
Marita goes, serpent.
Where do you get
that?
I look towards Sarah and go, we just solved this puzzle. The cost is pointing to the letter in the specific menu item. For almond moonshine brandy,
Oh my
the
God.
11th word. Yeah, the 11th letter. We're ordering a serpent.
Oh my
Oh.
god, you're so smart.
Congratulations, that was actually a really quick solve of this, Appo.
Wow,
Oh,
so
yeah.
smart.
I told you, ooh, I'm not as smart as my character.
Unless,
so...
of course, that's a fake out, and there's a different answer to this puzzle.
There isn't, and I'm not taking that bluff.
Yeah, no, you're bullshitting, brother.
Can I go outside?
You already said that. Wow, you figured that answer out quicker than anything.
The thing is- Listen, River, I've known you for I guess 8 months at this point. And I know that when someone answers a question and you're like, oh, that's cool, and then you follow up with, but what if, you're usually bluffing.
That's not true. Remember, Blake failed a con save earlier in this campaign, and I said that to that.
Yeah, but I'm
I don't
fine.
remember that, but you're probably right.
But I do for some
I don't-
reason. Weird.
I ate buns at a
I-
hotel.
Could I
Oh,
like
yeah.
lurk outside and see if I can like identify if the tattoos like resemble a serpent?
They do not. I'm sorry. I actually never did give a physical description. The description of the tattoo, and remember that this does glow and it vibrates on touch, so you can't replicate it easily with the illusion magic. You have to do a few different illusions and the disguise kit to get it to work. It is of a sun setting over a tower that is being struck by lightning. The top of the tower is cleaved off in mid-free fall. The sun behind it is setting.
I also would like to note, River, that you specifically said, wow, you solved this riddle a bit faster than I thought, which makes me feel like I solved the riddle.
I mean, yeah, that is exactly what someone who wanted you to think you solved the riddle would say, isn't it?
I'm
It
calling
is
your
the
bluff,
first
River.
solution that is pronounceable. So
Davey's going to look to Mereding and just kind of in his female visage, waggle their eyebrows, go, look at you, muscles, malice, and mental fortitude. Good on you.
Did you think I was stupid?
So let's go get this let's get this password checked.
I'm going to try to get the attention of the bartender.
He glances
wait.
over.
What if we... That's just the thing we have to tell the person out there.
I wave him towards us.
Yeah, the bartender leaves the bar, comes around.
We would like to order.
As you're about to say, we would like to order, all of a sudden there's a huge commotion in the middle of the common room. As it seems as if some bird has flown into the common room.
Don't tell me it's an axe beak.
No, it's just a standard small kind of bird, and it's fluttering around. And it's being chased by a lot of people. The bartender glances over and just ignores it as the bird is, actively is having things thrown at it, and there's a group of people trying to chase it out.
Blake
Yes.
looks over his shoulder and stares at the bird for quite a bit, trying to remember something about the bird.
I'm going to ask the bartender if he'd mind if I would take care of that bird.
No, let them handle it. What do you want? You're a customer. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I can speak to it.
No, what do you mean you could speak to it?
Yeah, I can speak to.
Didn't you come here to find work as a working girl? What do you mean you can speak to birds?
I can speak to birds.
Guys, your cover's getting blown.
We'd like to
Anyway,
order
I cover up Seo's.
we'd like to order a serpent, please.
Yeah, I cover up Neri's mouth. Just
What color of serpent?
copper. I don't know.
Bartender stares at you for a long time and says, "Follow me," as you say copper.
We're about to get led to our execution. So we said the wrong color.
And we get Mirta gets up and starts following.
The bartender leads you away as the bird is stuffed into a sack and then thrown out the door. The
Blake.
bartender... Oh, sorry, go ahead,
sorry?
Blake. No, go ahead.
Blake is behind the party, just trying to figure out what's going on with that bird. before he follows the party.
Bartender leads
Could
you.
I
Yeah.
could I sneak away and try to get outside to to get to the bird?
You can leave. Yeah, you can leave anytime you want if you want to try to get to the bird.
I want to get to the bird.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Sure. Yeah. You won't be able to participate in what happens next with the party though. Seo just has a
Yeah.
note.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Sure. Seo, you exit out. Roll me a perception as you try to figure out where the bird went.
Oh my god, it's 9.
One moment.
Remember, this was your choice.
Oh, my knuckles. I'll come back to you, Sale.
Okay.
Actually, no, sorry, I just looked through my notes. Sadly, you do not see where the bird has gone. I will let you rejoin the party. If you want. Or you can keep on trying to find the bird, but it's going to be pretty difficult to track it down at this point.
Okay, I would join the party if I can't see it.
Yeah, birds generally don't leave tracks behind, so you'd have to figure out where it flew off to after being thrown out.
Yeah, I just thought it was still in the sack.
No, they like opened the sack and it flew out of the sack, kind of a thing.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I thought they like.
No, they aren't gonna waste a perfectly good sack on some random fucking bird.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a sack.
Okay.
Really
I
nice
didn't know.
sack. Really firm sack.
Alright,
Really farm sack.
nice. You guys follow the bartender behind the bar. There is a trap door. The bartender opens up the trap door, gestures for you guys to head down it.
Mirta goes down.
Davey follows.
I follow behind Davey.
You hear the trapdoor close behind you. Those of you with dark vision can see that you are on a narrow stairway that seems to lead down further into the Ocarano hillside. Going down the stairs leads you to a door.
Making sure there's no light currently, right?
Nope.
I grab Blake's hand and guide them.
I also grab Sarah's hand because I also can't see.
Someone grab me! Ah!
It's
I can't see.
Blake. It's just me. You're fine. Fine.
The door
Marta, if you need some help as well.
the door at the bottom of 33 stairs leading down is a heavy
Make a note of that.
wooden door with iron bands. A simple doorknob.
We guess we should try to open it.
Did
Go
the
ahead.
bartender leave us?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm currently guiding two people who can't really see right now. So who else has dark? Who else can see the door?
I can see. Should I?
Do you mind
open it?
getting it?
I can try to open it.
You open the door. Inside is what was once clearly a dungeon. Torture racks line the walls, handcuffs as well. Solid stone, with stone pillars holding the ceiling up. No longer is it in use for torture, though, and instead there appear to be comfortable beds with people on them. Their eyes are open, but their pupils are very large, as if they were not taking in any of the torchlight around them, and as if they were asleep. A comfortable chair and a small desk is in the front of the room, in front of the door, along with a book open on it. The halfling in the chair looks up at you all and says, "Ah, I didn't realize I had any more appointments today. Please find a bed anywhere. Those of you who wish to see together, lay beside each other in the same bed. Those of you who wish to see separately, take an individual one.
I try to make my way to bed.
Sure. The halfling gets up and takes out a familiar box, Davy Jones. It's one of the boxes that you saw on the back of Right and Tight.
Oh no.
Can I make a nature check on that? Or something?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Roll me a nature check on the people in the beds.
Being next to Davy, do I hear you say, oh no?
Or would medicine check be better?
Yeah.
Either or is good. Medicine you'll get more information from, though, from a medical standpoint.
Okay, then I'll do medicine check.
Without
That's
time to do a
22.
full examination on the people, they seem to all be alive, but in the middle of REM sleep. It's clear as well that they are all paralyzed. You can only see in some slight twitches of fingers or movement or things like that.
You're saying, oh no. I'm whispering this to Davy under, so that the halfling doesn't hear. You said, oh no. Oh, you've seen this before?
I just kind of give a audible, like, pretend I'm, like, just sniffling my nose, but just give, like, a kind of nod to, I'm trying to subtly pass like, let him know that it's the drug that...
Thieves can't and drug.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you think we should follow through with it, or...?
Pack your bags, we're going on a trip.
I want to make a perception check to see if there's any, like, sort of guards or security mechanism around.
Just that halfling. And then all the bouncers and people upstairs.
But nothing in our immediate area right now, just the...
Nothing that you notice in your immediate area right now with your passive perception.
I want to give it a try just to see if there's like any heads we can get as we're going on about our journey. Personally,
Blake's totally down to do drugs, guys.
And
Yeah.
Mirta actually wants to go lay down too.
Yeah, I'm like following to get to a bed. Like,
But actually, Mirta stops and looks around. Do the people laying down have supplies?
What do you mean?
Like personal belongings, are they with them, or does it seem like they came
They're
in with
wearing
nothing?
they're wearing clothing. But like, do you mean like bags or stuff?
Yeah.
No, they don't have any with them. Like they're just beds. They could have left them somewhere else. I don't know about you, but I generally don't bring a backpack of stuff when I go to an opium den.
I didn't bring,
Can I
I didn't
try-
bring anything.
They have like their
Can I try
pouches
and
on them,
see?
like their gold pouches and stuff still. Like belts, anything that they were wearing, but there's not like any big sacks of stuff laying around.
Can I try and see
I
if
don't know why I
they
can't seem
all
to
have
blink
the
anymore.
tattoo?
My model won't blink anymore.
Yeah. Staring into the void river.
Whoops, those are my abs. Let me turn on blink sensitivity.
Sexy.
A bit. There we go.
I would like to check if they have like the tattoos that we saw earlier.
Yep, all of them do.
Okay, so we don't.
The halfling doesn't seem concerned with that, though. He didn't ask to see it.
Okay. I would like to ask the halfling how long we are going to see.
Depends on what you're looking to see into.
So the experience differs?
I'll go over it all once we get you comfortable, darling. That's our first worry.
Awesome.
Now, why don't you pick a bed and lay down? Don't worry about the payment either. It all differs as well based on what you see.
Okay. I'm going to lay down in a bed and I just wave. Like, if anybody wants to join, I am more than welcome to join.
Alright, Neri's laying down. Is anyone going to lay in the same bed as Neri?
I want to lay down the same bed as Apple's character.
Mirta? Okay.
Mirta and Blake get in a bed beside each other. Davy and Hito, what are the two of you doing? The halfling looks to you.
I looked at Davey kind of deferring to him.
I just kind of give them a hand motion to a bed for Hito's character, and let them go to it.
Do you lay down, Hito?
I shrug and I'm just following. Yeah, I follow Davy's instructions.
And you, sir? The halfling says... Sorry, you, ma'am? The halfling says, turning to Davy.
Oh, I'm good.
Ah.
I'm just here.
Just here to witness, then.
Yes.
Very well. Then I will ask you to refrain from saying anything, as it may disrupt their visions.
I nod.
Now, for the rest of you. He steps up beside Neri. He takes out the box. He removes from a pouch around his waist a very large-looking syringe with a tip on it. I'm going to need you to roll over face down so I can inject this first into your spine.
Okay.
I look to Davey like, are you sure this is safe?
I give his character just kind of like the hand wave, 50-50.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. Personally,
Well,
I'm of the opinion that anytime something needs to be injected into your spine, it's not exactly a safe procedure. The halfling continues and explains to you, Neri, it's a paralytic. When experiencing your vision, it will prevent your body from moving around. It will last a few days in your system, so you may feel sluggish for the next 3 to 4 days.
So for how long will the paralyzation last?
Only a few hours.
Okay.
Long enough for you to experience your vision. Should you start coming out of it, though, before your vision is done, I will need to inject you a second time, which could have further complications. But I assure you, it is far better than being in the midst of a vision with no control of your body or memory of what the vision was.
Davey thinks back to when he woke up and everything was turned to the left or to the west.
Blake, maybe this isn't the greatest idea.
Blake, the halfling
Well-
says, I'm sorry, we prefer not to use names here.
No, I was whispering it. Sorry, while they
very
were
good
over
then.
with Neri.
Very good
Yeah,
then.
that's why I was literally whispering it. That's why.
Sorry.
I whisper back, well, if you want to back out now, you can. You're one of the reliable members. I'm gonna wait with
God.
Davey. Davey, you can wait with Davey.
I
Give
have,
them all 2 thumbs up.
I have the second highest intelligence in the group. Please don't tell me that's true. No, I mean the second lowest. Wait, I do have the second lowest, don't I?
Let's see.
Blake is the lowest at a -3. Murder
you have
is
the
second
second to
lowest
last.
at a 0.
I
Yep,
don't.
I'm the
I
I'm
don't
the
care.
highest with 16.
I don't care what happens to me. If you're worried, you should back out. Wait with Davey.
I'm not letting you do this alone.
I'm not alone. Don't worry.
I turn over and like
Mirta
then-
stays against my better judgment.
Neri, do you stay if this way this guy can inject your spine?
Yeah.
You feel immense pain as the needle enters into your spine. Roll me a Constitution saving throw if you are attempting to resist the effects. Or are
I
you
am
allowing
not-
the paralysis to go through?
I'm allowing it.
Alright. He then takes out the pouch of dust out of the box that, Davey, you recognize. It is exactly what you think it is, dyed that strange green color. It's shaken a few times. Then the dust is mixed with a solvent that turns into a liquid. Neri is rolled over by the halfling onto their stomach. Now, this goes directly in your glabella. The halfling says.
Mirta's like, what the fuck's... Oh.
Yeah.
Roll me a medicine. Neri, you can no longer speak, by the way. Attempting to is just going to get slurs as your jaw is, like, too relaxed.
Sure, why not?
Neri, you don't know
Why
what
does-
glabella is, but this is worried, and you wish he had said that he was going to put this in your glabella before he'd paralyzed you. Murda, you know that the glabella is the space between your eyes and your eye and on your brow.
I was about to say, like, I as a person know what it is. Mirta's just like, oh, I've cut out a few of those before.
We'll
I cut
be
around that space a lot. I like aiming there.
we'll be injecting this directly into your frontal lobe.
Oh.
Now, if you want me to stop, just say so at any time, the halfling says, laughing. And he turns to the rest of you and says, that's a joke. She's already paralyzed. She couldn't say no.
Mirta actually chuckles at this, because that is kind of hilarious.
And Neri, very, very slowly, the needle is brought down towards you. The halfling is saying, please, focus on whatever you'd like to see. Think about it and make it in the forefront of your brain to make it more easy for the drug to locate. And then with that, you can feel the thick needle pushing in with some pressure, but no pain as it penetrates your skin, your skull, and into your gray matter. The plunger is pressed, and please DM me whatever you were thinking about as that happened.
Mirta also, like, make sure, like, to get Blake to look at what's happening with the needle being shoved into Neri's head.
Blake and Myrta. The halfling is now approaching the both of you. Are you still on the bed, or did one of you get up at this point?
Yes, I'm still in the bed. I'm ready for it.
We're doing
Good.
I was gonna be.
Myrta, do you also consent?
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip a coin. We're gonna let fate decide. I say coin, but I'm flipping a d4. Evens, I stay. Odds, I get up and ask about business. So evens the odds. Fuck.
So you're staying?
The fate has decided for me. I'm staying.
Anyone
Fate has given them drug.
experiencing the drug, I need what you're thinking of as the halfling guides you as it happens. Blake and Myrta, you'll be sharing your trip, meaning that what's going to happen is going to be a mix based on the things that you send me.
Sarah stands back
I
up.
saw something.
I
Is
thought
that
as
fine?
much. Yep, what you sent is fine. I just need Apo now.
Yep, typing it now.
Apologies. The issue of being numb is a bit of concern. I have some other business that will require me to be limber, if you know what I mean. Perhaps another time then. But I will sit and observe.
Very well. Sorry, I have to.
And so the two rogues sit and wait.
I just kind of give them an elbow like a chicken.
When
All
we
right.
get like a super chance to whisper, it's like,
Sail!
so you...
Immediately, you find yourself in a different place. Very, very different. In one moment, as I'm changing the music for your vision.
Well, while you're doing that, Ed,
Can I go use the restroom?
You may.
while you're getting the music set up before the thing, I whispered to Davey, and you would want all capable fighters to be incapacitated.
Would be
Set up what I want for music. One second.
business if they attacked their fucking patrons and robbed them.
Sorry, can you speak up a little bit? I actually can't hear you.
Oh, this would be a poor business if they attacked their patrons and robbed them.
But you never know.
This is the music I wanted. Excellent. Neri, you are falling, it feels like. Plummeting further and further down. Through a pile of leaves. Multiple colors. Oranges, blues, yellows, greens. Deep, dark reds. The leaves flutter and explode all around you in vibrancy. Taken up by a wind. The leaves dance through the air around you. They mix and meld into various faces. One moment. Sorry, 1 second. The leaves whip about you until you land on nothingness ground. Your impact with some sort of ground, although again, just the area around you is all dark. You don't see that you're standing on anything, but when you move, get to your feet, or do anything, you can see ripples going out from you in this inky blackness. There's a sudden rumbling. It's a large cave, dark and deep, is before you. A wind comes from the inside of the cave. What do you do?
I walk in.
As you take a single step towards the cave, you suddenly feel a strange feeling in your gut. Have you ever dropped very suddenly? Like in a amusement park ride or anything, and you know how you can feel the gravity kind of like pull you down?
Yeah.
It's that, but reversed, as this feeling pulls you up and throws you into the sky. Flying you just away from this cave, up into the air, where you suddenly breach a surface much like water. You now, kind of with this weird reversing, flipping of your perspective, you might be a little dizzy. As you blink about, you realize your body has entirely changed, as you are this massive tree. Again, in the same, just black nothingness that you've been following through. From the tree that you are, a fruit begins to grow. This fruit morphs into your own screaming face. You can't hear your own scream as your face grows in clear agony from the tree that you're somehow seeing from a distance, and yet you are the tree and the fruit at the same time, as the fruit falls off into the black nothingness and again disappears with a ripple. You have that sensation of falling again. When the sensation ends, it feels as if you're trapped underground somewhere. What do you do?
Do I feel like I have arms?
I don't know, do you?
I try to think if I have arms so I can dig out.
As you're thinking, instead of taking action, you're thinking and trying to focus if you're capable of doing something, you can feel yourself in this ground rot and fade away, as if there was a missed opportunity, is what your feeling is. As you're just kind of rotting into nothing. You then can feel yourself being chewed as if you're in a mouth. So again, you still can't see or experience anything. You feel tight up against you, but the ground is churning and crushing at you, squishing and morphing your formless body. Until you break free of that. And standing before you are two massive, mighty steeds. They're grinning widely with huge teeth. They stand above you. What do you do?
I try to get up.
You stand up before the two horses. They stare down at you, grinning.
Can I look at my arms and hands?
You look down at your arms and your hands, but you don't see anything. There's nothing there. You can feel as if you should have some, but you don't see anything.
Do I still feel like I have my druidic powers?
I don't know, do you?
Well, I'm trying to reimagine having like this druidic energy that I can use
You
because
try
spells.
You draw energy, and it feels as if it comes from the two horses before you, but before you can get any sort of power to actually cast a spell or something, the horses vanish, leaving only their mouths behind. The teeth and the grinning smile, the curvature, seem to get further and further away from you suddenly. With just a blink, they were before you. Now they're far away as they meld together into a beautiful moon. Teeth fall down from the moon, trickling like raindrops, before they form a ladder leading up to where the moon is.
I climb the ladder.
You reach out. As you go to touch the ladder, the teeth curve in on you, biting into you. And all you see is blackness. Blake and...
Continue?
sorry?
Oh, like, am I still climbing, or did that just happen when
It
I
was the
reached
moment you
you?
touched the ladder, it bit down upon you. The entire ladder of teeth just closed around you like a mouth and crunched down. And I will come back to you if I decide that there is any more of your vision so far. Good luck deciphering it. Myrta and Blake. This is going to be a very interesting one. Let's see. Okay. I just need to check something really quickly. And then I'll know what music I want to play for you. Are you both here, Myrta and Blake?
I am here.
Yes.
Excellent. The two of you experienced the same room you were in. You're outside your body, looking down. The room begins to melt. You are powerless to stop this as you watch as your forms melt and merge together. The beds melt into the floor. The halfling melds into Neri. Davy and Sarah become one. The ceiling melts into the pillars, leaving only the colors of these things behind. Then, as if they were in a blender, the whole mesh of liquid people and objects begins spinning and spinning and spinning and rotating faster and faster and faster and faster until becoming a kaleidoscope of terrifying and yet beautiful color. These colors explode outwards like paint suddenly, painting an entire world around you. A vast, frozen land with massive icebergs. Instead of being on water, however, they are in between these impossibly earth-colored, like tones of dirt and rock that are so pure it's hard to believe. The ice is so blue that this color couldn't possibly exist in nature. As you're in this mixture now of ice and land. The two of you are still seeing from a distance this icy, awful landscape. A sudden rumbling and cracking catches your attention as one of these massive earthbergs, for lack of a better term, begins to crack open, and spawning from it is this huge, horned, dinosaur-like beast made entirely out of bleached white bone. It stampedes through this land, unleashing a terrifying roar. It smashes and crushes and crunches. Behind it, you see people chasing after this huge, craggy, bone creature. They are absolutely faceless, all of these people. And instead of arms coming from their coats are long serpents coiling around what you're now realizing are skeletons. The serpents make up some sort of terrifying pulley system of these bones, compelling them to move as individualistic snakes form the muscles, compelling the bodies to chase after this large, earthy skeleton creature. Murda and Blake, your perception suddenly shifts as you find yourselves among the snake-like skeletons, chasing after. Blake, you blink a few times and you realize something doesn't feel right in your mouth. One of your hands reaches up and you pull out one of your teeth. With a panic, you realize the rest of your teeth are falling out, but they're not falling out into the front of your body. They're falling out and rolling down the back of your throat, as if you were chewing candy, your own teeth. Murda, for you, your perception is constantly shifting as you realize you have no body of your own, but you're instead unwillingly being shunted around this horde of snake skeletons. Moving from one to the next, seeing what one is, and feeling all of its individualistic wants and goals in life only onto the next. So often you can't keep track of who's who, where are you, what you want, what they want, what anything's going on as you pursue this creature across the plains. Rising before you in the distance, the both of you see that this creature is on a collision course for a huge golden structure. As they collide, all of the ice, the earth, and the bones go flying everywhere. The people that you're following and are a part of, and soon, none of you can tell who was who, what was what, or what occurred. Blake and Murda, both of you, for some reason, are able to tell that the direction that everyone was headed in, including the creature, was to the west. Do any of the three of you on a trip have any questions? I may answer them, but I will be answering them pretty cryptically, and you may not understand the answers I give, but do trust that any question you now ask, I will be answering to the fullest extent of possibility, and be considering whatever answer I say, even if it sounds like nonsense, very deeply. We'll start with Neri. Neri, do you have any questions lingering on your mind about the trip?
To be honest, I'm wondering if, like, I'm the basically the tree and the fruit, so I'm basically going through a life cycle at the same time. I'm the origin. I'm the what is it called? Like the where life begins and where it ends. And the potential lost is basically the fruit getting chewed up before it can turn into another tree. So I can't actually rise to the moon because my path is basically blocked.
This sounds like a
thing that...
statement you're making rather than a question.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if if there's a possibility where I can overcome this struggle that I'm facing.
The number 83 comes to your mind. Myrna and Blake, do you have any questions?
How did I
Why-
feel? Oh,
Oh.
you go
No,
first.
go.
Okay. I was just gonna say, how did we feel as the pursuers of the skeletal? I mean, I know what the skeletal creatures are, but as the pursuers of the skeletal creatures, how did we feel as we pursued them? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Okay, I was just making sure my headset didn't die because it's been beeping at me.
No, it's okay. I'm just considering my answer. Like I said, I was going to answer things cryptically and likely will sound like nonsense to you, but I consider that very, very serious to give some sort of hint or clue.
All right, thank you.
Some of these hints and clues may require watching the other games set in Hasalia, by the way. Seo, for your question and answer, I would highly recommend tuning into the Saturday campaign when you get a chance.
This Saturday?
Yep, it's really
Not
good.
this Saturday. It doesn't run this Saturday because of Easter, but next Saturday. It runs every weekly Saturday. They're currently dealing with a hag and the potentialness of the Queen of the Summer Court being dead and the citizens of Stand having been fed her liver.
Yummy.
So there's a lot going on in relation to the Fae right now in Stand. Murda.
Yes.
Round and round a merry-go goes. The horses, where they head, do not know. Blake, what's your question?
What about the seal? What part of this is the seal?
What part of this is the seal? A seal denotes finality and an ending. No coming back. No document can be sealed the same way again. And now I need you all, the three of you who went on your trip, to roll me a wisdom save, a constitution save, and a charisma save. Blake, you do not need to roll the constitution save.
Oh, did I?
Yikes.
What?
Am I failing all three? No, I made the charisma my worst stat.
And charisma?
Yep.
Okay.
For the constitution saves, Myrta and Neri. The both of you are going to come out of this unable to walk for 24 hours without being assisted. You feel extremely tired You have a total of 4 levels of exhaustion each. As a warning, you die when you hit 6. Blake, you feel fine. Wisdom saves. Murda, you remember nothing of your vision. Blake and Neri remember their visions perfectly. Neri, with your charisma save, it feels like something in your personality has shifted. Unfortunately, that is a roll on the permanent madness table.
Do I roll?
I'm going to be rolling it for you.
Okay.
This will remain a condition of your character until the point that you as the player feel like you have roleplayed recovering from the strange visions you saw that have altered your personality. And lastly, all 3 of you are addicted. Until cured, if you do not come back here every 10 days to experience another vision, you will all gain a level of exhaustion. This is cumulative. Meaning if you go 60 days without coming back here, you will die. Drugs are bad, guys.
What a trip.
And what have Davy and Sarah been doing this entire time?
Well, I actually need to know that. This is going to take them a total of 16 hours that they are under for. What do you guys do?
Pray tell, I go up to the halfling once he's done doing something. Pray tell, what's the average time in which the visions occur?
It depends on whatever they were thinking about. I can't really say.
Since we accompany them here, would it be possible for us to return at some other point? Or do we have to, in more straightforward manner, or do we have to use the similar manner?
You know the password and you got the tattoo, so you can come back anytime.
Very well. I looked at Davey with a, like a, oh shit.
Well,
I'll again, and just in keeping with what he said about like not speaking, at least not speaking too loudly to interrupt their visions. I just whispered to Dave.
You're fine now, love. They're already out of it. It's just they're thinking about what they want to see. You could influence it, or you could send them on a really bad trip. And the people who go on the really bad trips, well, he glances over to one guy and leans into you both. That guy's been here 3 months and hasn't come out of it yet.
Oh dear.
so it would have been a bad idea to go over to our friend and just go and whisper in the ear, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, I'll let you do it for 50 gold pieces.
That's on you, David. That's on you, dear.
We'll put a pin in on that. We'll put a pin on that. See if they're up for round 2 at some point.
Oh, they will be. That stuff is, like, super addictive.
Oh.
I look at Davey like I just give him an incredulous look, just like. And you wanted me to go under?
I gave you the 50-50.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Does this count as being poisoned?
Not for the purposes of resistances, no.
That was a long rest.
Does it count as a long rest? No. Not for them.
Well,
Well then, what do you want to do, dear?
I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna take that long.
Well, we can. In the meantime, we can see about getting our new housing arrangement settled and everything. I don't think we're gonna be able to do much without our friends.
Fair.
Didn't you say? Hey, didn't you say you were looking into get some cooking equipment?
I mean, that's fair, but I just figured we'd probably send our other friend to get that stuff.
To be perfectly honest, I would rather pick up the decorum. I have a few contacts.
Oh, that's fine. I gotta ask, what was that stuff anyways?
Question was directed towards the halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, this stuff?
Yeah. I haven't heard of anything that just does, like, fuck someone up in a prophetic sense.
Let alone let it last for 3 months. At a worst case scenario.
Calling it augury dust. But
Augury
if you say anything on the streets, you'll know who said it, and Lady Platinum will know who to send people after. Not even the brothers know about this shit yet, and we'd like to keep it that way.
What?
Oh, so
What are we even talking about?
I know, right?
No. Don't play coy with me. Don't pretend that you didn't hear me say anything. I want you to acknowledge you heard what I said, especially about not saying anything.
I'm still worried.
But if we say something about it, would that not be the same as us admitting that we said something about it?
I said don't be cute.
I'm going to assume that, like, ingredients and stuff is proprietary, right?
What the fuck you mean?
Like, whatever's in that is like hush hush. You don't tell anybody.
Property
I
of
don't
the.
fucking know. I just got told how to arrange it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the one who made it. I'm sorry.
No, it comes from a. I can't tell you. Sorry.
That's fine.
You
That's
can roll
fair.
me a persuasion, deception, intimidation, or something to be able to get it out of it.
Okay. Give me a second.
Don't worry. But I'll assist by being like. But if you need actual verbal communication, yes, I promise I won't tell anyone about it.
One second. I'm just trying to find it. Sure, we'll do a persuasion. And I'm just gonna kind of like bat my eyelashes and like push my biceps kind of together on my chest, like perk up a little bit, and just kind of flutter the eyelashes. We can keep a secret, we promise. And I'm gonna roll my persuasion, and he said they were helping me.
Sure.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm putting on a smile that even Davey hasn't seen. Like it's an actual like things. Yeah.
17.
Yeah. Look, I don't know who it comes from, but their initials are BB. I've seen it stamped on some of the product.
Oh my. Well, I'm sure this BB is a very reputable person.
Wouldn't know. I don't get paid to ask
You
those kind
just-
of questions.
You just administer it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll stop being nosy, and we'll come back and check up on our friends in a bit. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. ...
No names, but I need you to sign this. And Davy and Murray, he pushes the book towards you.
Is it the waiver?
It's not a waiver, it's a contract.
And
I read through the contract. What does it say?
It's a very, very clearly, as you touch it, you can feel that this book is indeed magic, and you would attune to it to sign it. It is exactly what he said. I'm not allowed to talk about anything you saw in here. It can't be vocalized outside of this room.
So we will lose an attunement slot.
No.
Okay.
No,
Is
this
it
isn't going to be an
attuned to
attunement slot. You attune to it and your name gets put down into it. You don't know the effects if you do try to speak, but the halfling did say that if you guys ever spoke about anything inside this room, Lady Platinum would know who did it. So it's likely something would happen to your name in the book.
It's like a Voldemort.
What
No,
if
no,
we
that-
say something to one of the brothers while we're in this room?
That would be fine as long as you said it to the brother in this room.
So does it? So it just says verbal contract, right? Or it's verbal thing, right?
It says you can't. Well, it does make provisions for telepathy because there are creatures naturally with telepathy in this world.
So telepathy and verbal.
Yeah. You can roll me something if you wanted to figure out the loopholes of it as you look
Yeah,
through it.
sure.
Writing.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
Yeah, like
telepathy
roll. If you want to
Yeah.
figure out if there's any loopholes, roll me something for it. A legalese
Sure.
check, so a history or an investigation would be appropriate.
Yeah, sure, I'll give it that.
I'd also allow an arcana.
Can I do like an insight?
No. Actually, no. No, insight. Yeah, I'd allow an insight.
Yeah.
There we go.
The magnifying glass gives you advantage here.
Oh, okay then.
But that's only if you're pulling it out and examining this with your magnifying glass.
Yeah, no, I feel good about 21.
Alright.
Me.
They might have questions about like where I pulled that magnifying glass from, given my outfit.
It's clear that the book tracks the transfer of the information, however it is transferred. If you willingly transfer it, the book will know. However, if someone reads your mind and unwillingly, meaning that you have to resist and try to defend the information, pulls it from your mind, that's different. But any sort of willingly bringing this information to mind and then transferring it to down, the book knows.
Okay, then. Knowledge leaving us is tracked. Knowledge taken from us by an outside source not tracked.
Yeah. You think that it's an oversight of the book.
Okay.
They essentially, in the wording of this contract, they make sure to specify giving the information, but at no point do they make any mention of it being taken. So if there's a way that you can get the information taken without willingly doing so, generally via breaking and entering into your mind, the book doesn't track that. But they've tried to be very, very careful for every other aspect. One thing that you are allowed to talk about outside this room, also that you do, is whatever you actually saw in the vision. Just not anything about who was here, where it was, what they did, or how the vision was induced.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask them a question real quick. Oh, that's fine though, but just out of curiosity, how do you, do you know how you're gonna figure out, how much all this is cost for our friends, just so we make sure they have the money on hand to pay for you?
Yeah, it's 50 gold an hour.
Huh.
And everybody just math now, 50 times 16 times 3.
We don't have that money.
Of course not.
Okay. And what happens to people who can't pay?
They have to take it up with Lady Platinum.
Okay then. Well,
Will you send word if we? Would you send word to us when our friends are done with their journey?
No.
I figured. Red
we'll
dear.
We'll come back periodically.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel good about signing. It's not like we're gonna blab. This place seems fun. I hate to ruin it. And I guess Davey will sign a name.
What name do you try and sign?
Davine Bonnet.
What is your real name? Your true name? Not the one that you tell everyone normally.
I don't think he knows, but if you need like a mechanical answer, I can give you something real quick.
A mechanical answer. It would be the name that not
Okay.
even Davy remembers. The true name tied to his soul. And if you wish to resist, you can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I will do that.
However,
will...
you will be like visibly resisting the quill.
Okay.
Are you gonna go with it, or are you gonna resist?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to resist, but I'll message you the name separate. Actually, no, they'll be able to read it, so never mind. I'll try to resist.
It's because you really don't know your name, right?
Well, yeah. Let's see here. Sorry, what am I rolling? A will
Wisdom
save?
save.
You said?
Wisdom
Save through.
The
Sorry,
halfling
wrong
seeing you
system.
resisting says, hey, just go with it. Don't fight it.
15?
You resist. You can write down whatever name you'd like.
Davine Bonnet.
The hell? It doesn't matter, I guess. We'll still know where you are, and you'll get a real nasty splitting headache if you do.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, you now.
I make sure that if I'm going to try and resist as well now because that's just my character, and I'm making sure that seeing that it's probably pulling like real names and everything, I'm purposely blocking my view of my name.
You
from
have
Davey.
a background feat, meaning that your background ability, faceless. You can't be compelled this way to reveal your true identity. So you're gonna
Perfect. I put down just a name.
Your identity is like perfect. You do have to put down your false identity though if you want it. Meaning that the lightning links.
Which one?
The lightning. The problem is that it would be the lightning links. It's you're basically the Batman thing. You remember when Batman had to answer his true name and he was like Batman.
Okay. So
Yeah. So you've got your choice of putting down the lightning links or your real soul name. Either or is appropriate for you. It's the Batman thing. I remember that there was a
lightning
comic.
links.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there was a comic where all of like DC's heroes were forced to reveal like their true names, and Superman had to be like, "I'm Clark Kent." Like it was the last. I think it was Wonder Woman's lasso of truth. But Batman, because he views Bruce Wayne as his secret identity and Batman as his true self, was able to answer Batman truthfully. That's what's kind of happening here, Sarah, is that you view... Sorry, Hina. Is that you view yourself as the Lynx before your real self.
for the sake of the narrative, yes, I put down lightning links because at this moment I am the lightning links. I am not my other personality.
Sure. You write it down. The halfling raises an eyebrow and says, well, we get all sorts in here. Because that name is recognizable. But the halfling doesn't seem like they're going to blab or say anything about it. They're probably underneath their own...
I coyly put a finger up to my lips. Mum's the word, right?
Couldn't even if I wanted to. I'm under a far stricter geas than you guys are.
Well, we appreciate your due diligence.
Oh,
Well,
sure,
then,
there
dear,
we go.
shall we?
Can
Let's
you
go.
not hear me, Stan?
What?
Yeah, you probably are hearing Asian languages, probably right now. It's part of the background stuff that I've got going on. I'll turn it down a bit if it's too loud. Chat's pointing it out, it probably is.
Yeah, the background voices was pretty loud.
Alright.
In the hallway of the room, there's nobody around, right?
Oh, back in that stairway? Nope, stairway's empty.
Alright. I will, in Thieves' Cant speech to Davey, talk about, possibly...
Well, we've been going 2 hours. I think now's a great time for our break, so hold that thought for when we're back, okay?
Got it.
Alright, guys, gonna go on a short break. Just because, as I said earlier, my allergies are going kind of nuts, so I need water on hand constantly. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the crazy drug trip the players went on. Back in a bit. Bye for now, guys.
Okay.
We're back. Holy moly.
We're gonna see Mommy Platinum now.
Mommy
Hi.
Platinum.
Hey,
here
yeah,
we
you guys,
go.
you guys
Hi.
did want a reason to see Lady Platinum, didn't you? And
Yeah.
now
Well,
you
we
have
got
a
a good
reason.
reason now.
You're just horribly indebted to her. You didn't think those drugs were gonna be free, did you?
The first one's always free.
The first one's always free. Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it works.
if
Does
you
it?
wanted to run a losing business. Oh, by the way, for anyone who wants to try out one of my D&D games, your first game, as always, is in fact free to try it out.
Oh yeah.
The gateway
get the
drug.
next
Don't
one.
worry about it.
Sure it is.
Wait, did you describe it as a losing business?
Yes. Yeah, what was that about?
Hida and Eldritch, the two of you,
Yes.
your characters, Davy and the Lightning Lynx, are currently in the stairway.
Well, I will. Did you say so the contract from the book was stating that room specifically, right?
Yep,
Okay.
so this hallway, you can't speak of it.
All right.
To be clear, though, I suppose it was stated the room that this book was in. So technically, if you managed to steal the book, I'm regretting saying this out loud already. Technically, if you stole the book, you could just carry the book with you and then be able to speak of it anywhere. And there was nothing in the contract that specifically forbade the stealing of the book.
The two thieves smack their lips and
I
go
guess,
out the door.
I guess that's another oversight that they didn't think to consider in the contract.
If you think about it, there's a lot of oversights in that book. So one of them is stealing it. So how about it?
One was burning it.
Magical items are notoriously resistant to damage, just as a warning.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, we know.
For the-
I looked to Davy before we actually go out into the hallway, and he kind of, with the eyes, like gestured to the book, like possibly a theft.
I just kind of give him just like a couple of hand waves, like nah, not right now.
We might not be able to come back in for a while.
We got to get them.
You remember that we don't have the tattoos.
You remember that we didn't have them to get in here. And also, you remember, we have 3 comatose bodies that will be stuck down here because we can't drag them with us.
This is true. Well, it certainly explains why some individuals were
It would
unable
be-
to acquire information on us.
It would
Be
be
ashamed if something would have happened.
it would be the goddamn prior situation all over again.
Don't remind me of the. Don't remind me of the R&D stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, let us go. I
Right.
feel like a piece of pie is calling our names. Or maybe a cheese platter.
I think a cheese platter sounds pretty good right now. Maybe some mutton.
Charcuterie. Have you seen the prices? You mad?
This is true. Ew. I barely have that much on.
And we have this conversation out the hallway, like loud enough that the halfling hears and makes it sound like we're just, conversing. And then we.
So, shall we go for a walk around town?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right then.
On the way out of the brothel, do we see the bouncer who got us in?
No.
A pity. Well, he might not be working there much longer, sadly. Anyway, shall we go back to our abode real fast?
Oh, sure. Sure. I don't know how you ladies talk like that.
Talk like what?
Oh, so high up, da da da. And he says it he does a high pitched tones in a very pedantic and kind of a snubby way.
What? You mean you don't have very good use of your vocal cord? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. humans don't have vocal cords, don't they?
Now you're getting it.
Still, once we're far enough away from the place, I will bring up.
Still, that explains a very good reason why nothing can be proven.
Will be proven.
Well, as you know, we can't speak of the things in which we saw.
Oh yes.
Be ashamed if...
I kind of want to test something, but I don't want to immediately break my deal if I'm wrong.
Well, let's not, then. And, hey, look. Let's take this alley as a shortcut.
Sure, let's go.
Yep. And we cut down a few alleys, places that, you know, possibly could be good ambush points and everything.
And the moment we're out of sight of the main alley, I'm just immediately dropping that disguise and just putting on just average human. And that's it. As we keep going.
Okay.
And while he's changing, I'll both offhandedly think and mention, like,
Now we can understand why the brothers are a little bit incompetent.
Young Jin still owes me my goddamn spice pouch. And
basically,
I will not forget.
Yeah. Weren't you the one that our contacts made in charge of us?
Yes.
Perhaps a bit of teasing is in order, I think.
You know what? I'm going to say, no, I got an idea.
You got an idea?
If the brothers do not want me to use this bomb in a sudden act of arson in a public space, maybe one of them should show up about now.
Oh, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Tell me, should we do it in front of an orphanage, or should we... No, not an orphanage.
I'm
Should we
also
do it in
thinking... No. A brewery.
Ooh. Start a massive fire on the buildings.
Mm-hmm. And let the working class get upset, because they don't have the booze. And then
also-
riots, political reformations.
And don't you know how hard it is to put alcohol fires out?
Oh, yes.
So, you guys have 16 hours. What are you doing?
we're trying to provoke the brothers to come after us real fast.
Because we want to talk to them.
We want to talk to them,
Oh yeah,
but
nothing's
we
happened.
can't say anything about it.
Yeah. You're a prick and you know it, young Jim. This is why I call you the wrong name. You're a 6 at best. And
I guess they... Well, I guess
I know something we can do.
they could possibly arrest Lady Platinum.
Not like
we
we'll
should
tell them anyway.
We should find a particular priest that has a few too many children, and see if we can get a quote on them for an exorcism.
An exorcism, you say?
Or, I mean, do you want to keep living in an haunted house?
Well, this is true. We could also see about... Well, they did say the drug is highly addictive. We could also get a quote to see how much for greater restoration.
That's possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Nah. The downside is, I don't really know how I would approach him.
I mean, he's a priest. As simple as that. Hey, we have a building that's kind of haunted by undead. You're a cleric, right? Could you possibly do this? I mean, I'll just...
Or at least make the ghost that's haunting it friendly enough for us.
I didn't want to say this, but I'm a little jealous about there being more than one undead entity in the house.
I thought
do
you were
want to
human, though.
I am.
So you're
Human.
not undead, then?
I mean, technically I'm not, but I'm just saying, as a
Well,
figure,
why not make friends with them?
because I didn't want to sound insecure, but I am.
Oh my, well.
I know this is a big moment for me, and I swear I wouldn't cry, but
There. I'm sure we could work out some arrangement. But fine, I suppose I was going to speak to the cleric is an idea.
We should probably not look like you should probably not look the way you did when we fought him. So.
Oh, don't worry. Alright. I do kind of like the magician's thing. I walk behind a bit of cover and I come back out looking like the girl I was when I was doing the interrogation. I'm sure he'll recognize this face.
Okay, but isn't that the same girl that fought
Nope.
him? It was dark.
No, black hair.
Oh,
No, the girl that attacked him had black hair.
okay then. Now,
Still, though, he was under contract, and based on his personality, he's not really one to care about stuff.
as long
So I
as he's
think we
paid-
might need a little bit of extra financing just in case.
I mean, I've
How much
got-
gold do you have to your name? I'm basically broke with 2 gold.
You broke ass. Lovely person.
Hey,
I
I
have
bought the healer's kit that helps save one of our people.
I have 24 gold, and 5 silver. You at least get a quota.
Let's get a quote from him.
Yeah.
Right then, shall we head to the Adventurers Guild then?
Why was he sure he's going to be there, or
That's where we found him last time.
was it?
Yeah. Oh right, you weren't there.
No.
Yeah. Yes, when I was traveling with the man in the wheelchair, I forget his name. Let's call him Meatbag. When we were traveling with him, and we went to the Adventurers Guild and we went in and found him.
Oh, isn't that fortuitous?
This is
Then
true.
Let's go. Tally forth.
Alright, we go to the adventurer's place.
All right. You head to the Adventurers Guild. You've been here before, so you know the way. This is happening during your trip. Yes. So, Blake, you can't follow them just yet.
Nope, you can't.
You've got
Sorry,
16
Blake. We
hours.
love
You're
you,
on a
but
drug-fueled run.
we are stealing this show right now.
Murda and Davy. The Adventurers Guild is large.
Murder is not with us.
Sorry. Lynx and Davy. It's arranged much like the one in MacArthur's town. Same general building, but kind of shrunk down a little bit. Coming in, it appears to be a simple tavern. There's a job board, a place where you can get drinks and food, register to sleep in the hostel that it kind of runs, and a general common area. With your memberships, you're able to move through this place freely.
Okay. You see him?
Do you remember his name real fast?
I want to say it was something like Tiberius.
I think that's right.
You do see him, even though you don't remember his name just yet, unless you believe it is Tiberius. The cleric, the cleric of war that you had fought against before, as well as spoken to and interacted with, is currently seated at one of the tables, drinking from his mug.
Ah, yes. Well,
He's just
We're
sitting
being-
there and staring off into the middle distance. As always, he seems incredibly tired. Heavy bags around his eyes. Ah, the joys of fatherhood.
well, maybe if his wife didn't give up tuplets, he'd have a few less bags.
Well, how do you know how many children he had?
I didn't. I don't know. I'm assuming that's a lot of bags. That's a lot of luggage.
Well, I know. I told you to use a parent.
Yes.
Right then. Do you want to follow me in, or do you want to
Oh,
wait
sure,
in a
let's-
bar?
Let's go.
All right.
I walk up to him.
Yo, how's it been?
And you're in the same disguise as before?
I'm in the disguise that he saw me as when we were in Right and Tight, not in the disguise in which we were having battle with.
And I am generic human.
Oh, you again. Here to tell me how to raise my kids a second
Nope.
time?
Nope. Here to get a quote from you, actually, for services.
He stares at you and blinks.
So, well, some of my friends, they may have recently taken to drug use, and they might be addicted to that. How much would it cost to perform some restoration spells on them?
He thinks about it for a moment. What level is Lesser Restoration, Neri?
Well, I'm level 3 and I have it.
No, what level? What level is it to cast?
Oh, second level.
Second level?
Yeah.
300 gold per cast.
That's
To get rid of addiction alone.
That's what I thought.
Oh, come now.
Soldier is going to be too expensive.
But addiction is the least of our issues. We have ghosts in a tavern I'm trying to open up, and we need to get them out of there.
That's right. How much would it cost for an exorcism?
How big is the area?
Let's see. And
You're manor-sized. You can just say mansion to him.
mansion size. Nice. 3-story building.
Depends on the difficulty, but at the very least 5,000.
Oh,
This is why I told you.
I charge significantly less for the exorcism if I'm giving you the tools to do it yourself.
where? What would
Would
that
it be possible for someone like me to cast it?
It's more of a consultation at that rate, so I figure out what the spirits want, and then you have to give them what they desire, or defeat them in battle when I draw them out.
Could we possibly just get in contact with them and make a deal with them? I'm telling you, ghost maids are going to be popular.
That would be outside of my purview to help you with. Drawing them out
Sounds like
makes
some-
them angry and defeatable. If you wish to negotiate with the spirits yourself, you should just speak with them.
sounds like some dark magic necromancer shit, and I don't want any of it.
I don't think it's dark magic necromancy if we're just time to talk with them, right?
I don't know what your methods might be.
Right away, we don't have. What was it? 5,000 gold. We don't have that, so we'll have to think about the do.
This is a tough one, isn't it? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas on how we could possibly make money in a bit more of a quick manner? I mean, to be perfectly honest, I actually don't remember if I got paid by Right and Tight.
No,
I don't think I did.
things kind of went to shit before you did.
Because they didn't actually pay me for any of the assistance in which I did.
Well,
And he's ignoring me. Sounds about right.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I guess-
What?
Well, Ryan Kite never really paid me, so you wouldn't happen to know how to make money a little bit quicker, can you? Or at least a decently fast way of making money?
Have you joined the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, we finally did.
Do some jobs.
very well then.
Or quit and go beg on the street. I don't care.
Well, it was by the way, it's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. ...
Tyrannus.
Uranus, okay. Well, thank you kindly. Well, we won't keep bothering you. You look like you have a good cup of coffee.
He shrugs. I don't mind the company.
Do you want to stick around for a bit? Have jovial conversation?
You can do whatever you want. Davey, did you never interacted directly with this guy, did you?
Well, besides slashing and stabbing, well, no, I did slash and stab at him a few times.
But you never bothered to try to discern his holy symbol or what god he followed.
No, I know what god he follows. I'm just
what god does he follow?
Not
then?
bringing that up immediately in him. He was the old god of war follower.
No.
No, I thought it was.
Oh, no, followers of Skaran don't have clerical powers because their god is dead. They are known. Skaran's followers are part of a group called the Mourners. They are dedicated to teaching people about the life of the god of war, but they don't actually
have any power.
This guy does have powers.
Yes, meaning he is not.
No, I don't know what his god is.
Exactly.
I guess I'm gonna give him a click, like a little eye, see if I can't see like a holy symbol or something on him.
Yep, there is one.
Mind if I roll a religion to see if it strikes me?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see here. $15?
Yes, it is of the god of war, but more accurately, it's the goddess of war.
Oh.
The woman who killed Skaran, the ancient Ajin Shu warrior who killed Skaran.
I see.
Go fast.
There is no actual name for her.
I have an unknown soldier type deal.
Yep, there is no name for her.
Okay.
I've described her symbol prior, haven't I?
If you have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
1 second.
So who was the god that had the symbol of a lightning bolt striking down like a peak?
That's Vike.
That's Vike, yeah. Yeah. The only reason I know that is because Lightning Link's signature, or the Zoro-like signature, is basically the same thing, but at L.
The symbol of this goddess of war is 2 squares. One in the position of a diamond, the other one in the middle of the center. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They are overlapping each other. So it's an 8-pointed square. Not a pentagram, those are different.
Yeah.
It's an 8-pointed, 2 different squares. With a spear rising up that jams into a flat line. The spear has 2 prongs to it.
Abidant?
Yes, abidant.
Okay. Okay. Duly noted, duly noted.
You are learning things, Sly. Like I said, the best way to find out about the lore of my Hasalia games is to watch the Hasalia games, as different characters will roll lore checks on different things, which can add to your own backstory. The nameless Ajin Shu soldier who killed Skaran, the god of war, obtained the title and then plunged all of Ajin Shu into a civil war.
So is this god like typically like a neutral or darker or a good god?
She is chaotic neutral.
Okay. So like chaotic revolution, war, that kind of way?
more like just the true soldier.
Okay. Well, duly noted. And I guess we will go. I guess we should go and I think I have a lead on some money we could make.
Okay. Hey. Well, it was great to see you again.
Pleasure
Hope
to
your
meet
children
you.
are doing well.
They're doing fine.
And we go.
I give like the playful wave goodbye. I just like yeah.
All right. You
And then
guys
as
have-
soon as we're like out of sight of him, I kind of go back to my regular personality that Davey knows. It's like a complete like 180 shift.
You are just precious.
All
Say
right.
that again, and I'll break your finger.
Oh,
Damn.
you won't.
I grab its finger and start pulling it back. Try me.
It's bone.
Doesn't mean it doesn't break.
That's actually factual. Yeah, your finger
Oh,
can
yeah.
very much break.
Oh, I'm well aware it can break. It's just not gonna
Anyway.
really matter.
Anyway, so that's out of the question, at least out of the budget.
I do have something we could try to do. I was meaning to do something with this, but wasn't quite sure what to do with it. And I kind of pull out the form, the requisition form from the museum that has like all the handwriting on it, so I could forge the guy's signature onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we could probably get something requisitioned from the museum and, you know, sell it.
Sell on the black market.
Yeah.
That's an idea. Might take me a bit of time, but I can try and get into contact with some internal sources.
I mean, we have a market. We have access to fences right here. MacArthur.
Well, yes, that's true.
Yep, MacArthur has fences that can fence anything that you want for him. Do you guys remember the patron rules that I had gone over for you?
Yes, we'll only receive like a percentage of the possible payout.
Let me go back
That's-
over everything MacArthur can do for you for the underground aspect, because you don't have access to all of the features of the Adventurers Guild, because instead you wanted his underground more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me a moment, and I will re-go over everything that he's capable of doing for you.
And it's also in Tasha's, right, or Xanthar's?
It is in Tasha's. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Page 83 is when it starts. In just one moment, I have to find the Criminal Syndicate page.
That should be 91.
You are exactly correct. Yes. Meaning
Yeah, I have the
that,
book.
first off, you can launder from, you can buy from his businesses, which is laundering money. You get a 5% discount from your regular shops. There are safe houses and fences. The syndicate takes 20% of the sale. You get 80% of it.
It's not bad.
Yep.
Just gotta make sure they're higher ticket items.
You also have access to contraband, such as poisons or narcotics.
Well, I'm not really one for using poisons.
Oh, by the way, at some point in our travels, I stealthily slip back into a new form that isn't the happy, the peppy rogue girls persona.
Sure.
So, that's one thing we could do. Otherwise, we could just.
Oh, as a note, Sly, the drugs that they took for that prophetic vision, they are uncertain to its origin, but there is suspicion it is ground up pieces of Skoran's bones.
Basically, bone god daddy dust.
Divine cookie. But we can always just apply our trade.
This is true, but I'm more of a showsman and type thief. Are you willing to follow under the guise of an assistant of the Lightning Links?
showmanship is so unnecessary and practical. You can just slip in, get the shit, get out.
Ah, but you know what? It makes for a great distraction.
Distraction for what? We're just trying to get it. I'm sorry, it's just not. I understand and I respect the showmanship, but.
I'm the distraction, you steal it.
Oh, now you're making sense.
I didn't think I'd have to explain it out.
Hello,
Now then,
you get me.
now then, and the downside is it might take a little bit of time to prep it up. We don't know how long our friends are going to be under.
To be fair, we don't even have a mark yet.
This is true. So, shall we go to the museum and take a visit?
Oh yeah, sure. And as we go by, I'm actively scanning for a wheelchair or crutches.
Titan, right?
Huh?
We passed by Titan right on the way to the museum, and we're specifically looking for the individual. He's specifically looking for the individual we have so lovingly decided to make their
You
life a
don't
living.
see him outside.
You can't hide forever.
Just remember, let's try not to kill him.
Then the fun ends. Why would that be? But yeah, we'll go to the museum.
Yeah, going to the museum.
Sure, you head to the museum. What are you doing when there?
Oh, well, in there, I'm just gonna kind of like use our. We're essentially just trying to see what would be a
What
good.
looks to be the
mark.
most valuable item?
Yeah. Something
Hello,
that we could
Xander.
possibly
Thank you so much for coming by.
Something that we could possibly have requisitioned for, let's say, a noble's private showing to be delivered somewhere, etc., etc. Just try and find something that we could probably make a decent profit off of to help
Yeah.
pay for some of our fees upcoming.
Alright. Let's see.
Nothing so high value that it's going to be immediately like calling all guards, like the Imperial Seal type shit. Just, something that'll help us get a good chunk of money, but isn't going to bring down the hammer of the Empire onto us.
Alright, one moment. I know how I'm going to do this. Just 1 second.
That's fine. Yep.
This will take me a second just to find the rule book that I'm looking for. Because I don't have
Go
my
ahead.
physical books anymore. Which makes me very sad. Alright, let's see.
What do you think of this one? It fills me with splendor.
Alright, I need a charisma check using your forgery kit.
Okay.
One.
I haven't used it yet. Does that give me like advantage, or I don't, or my proficiency?
Yeah, it's your proficiency.
Okay, so it's gonna be add a +2 to this roll.
Mhm.
And wait, there you go. Ooh, natural 1, nothing. Oh wait, can I use an inspiration?
Too late.
Oh, I didn't know it was a before or after thing.
I have always said inspiration is a before thing.
I know, it's been a while. I forgot.
In the end, I'm just gonna check something real quick.
Yeah, sure.
You got very lucky. With a nat 1, you are caught,
Oh.
is what the complication is. But, what I rolled, you do manage to escape. However, that trick's never gonna work again. As
That's right.
you basically, as you come in with those papers that you're using to forge,
Oh.
they were looking for those exact specific pages. Just bad luck all around. No part of your planning. Just sometimes shit comes together for a bad lucky roll. And in the end, They catch on to what you're doing, but you manage to escape without getting arrested, jailed, or worse.
Oh, Human is dead now. Now to go to my new persona, Tib. Tib Eula.
Nice.
Well, that was a bust.
I told
What were the odds?
Well, I told you not to just go in there waving the papers saying, hey, we have a requisition we need to make. I told you that, and sometimes tact is better than bravado, okay?
The bravado coming from the showmanship three-ring circus clown.
Say that. I draw a knife on him as he says that. Call it a three-ring circus and see what happens.
Fine, you're right. 2 rings.
You're lucky you don't have flesh.
I know I am.
All right, there's still. Are you guys doing anything else, or are you just passing the time, waiting for the?
Yeah, I'm just passing time at this point, I guess.
Right
Sure.
then, I'm gonna try and reach out to my own contacts. As much as I don't want to.
Oh, so you're doing more still?
No, I'm gonna look for a Waganoru's furniture store.
I've already said that this isn't a background contact for you. That's a feature. Like, that is a background feature.
Right.
To have contacts to help with stuff like that. Your old contacts are currently burned when you're working with the brothers, unless you want to lead them back to your family.
That's why I was asking, like if I could have like a message within a message within a message a while back, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, if
Fine.
you could, the contacts and such like that are background features for what you're trying to accomplish and do.
That's more or less. It's more or less to, you know, let them. It's more or less just to inform them is what I was trying to do anyway. But if that's not allowed, I won't do it then.
You can, I just don't want to use roleplay time for it when there's 3 members of the party that can't participate. Just roleplay writing it, like as if you're sending letters back home and such like that.
Alright, I'll type up something and the explanation of stuff and send it to you.
Yeah, wonderful, that works.
Yeah.
That works
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I just don't want to
We'll
use
do
that.
it. We'll do it later.
Yep.
But I do. When we're like, I don't know, we head back to our haunted abode for a bit, I guess, Davey.
Yeah, make sure Sisyphus is still kicking, alive.
Yep, everything's totally fine there. As best as it is, it's still pretty haunted, but you're able to get by with all the weird shit that happens now. It's more like having a passive-aggressive poltergeist at this point, now that you've solved the 90% of the horror and the puzzles.
Yeah.
Got any
I'm
threes?
just being friendly to the ghost and stuff like that while it's torturing Sisyphus.
Yep. Are you guys doing anything, though, is what I'm trying to ask.
Oh,
So-
no,
No?
I would personally like to ask if we can try and get in contact with the brothers.
You have been trying.
Yes, that's pretty much all I'm trying to do.
Yep, you have been trying. Are you doing anything different?
I'm not.
You've just been
I mean,
saying
I'm
and thinking
on the-
mean
I'm-
things about them, and nothing has happened.
We can't say what we need to say.
Yep.
Well,
You
I
may-
guess we'll take up Lady Platinum's
Yeah.
deal then. And I suppose there's no other option in this regard if no one wants to listen.
Got any threes?
Go fish.
Alright, you guys spend some time. I'm gonna go ahead and say at some point you try to go back to the setting sun, right?
Yep.
The bouncers, like, what do? You walk just up to the front door?
Gonna go ahead and I guess we're gonna try to flirt or bribe our way back in. That's what we did before.
Do we see the bouncer from before, or is he like effectively dead?
He's not effectively dead, it's just that he doesn't work 24/7.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Uh,
Well, it has been almost a day.
we're better at this. Go woo.
16 hours.
I don't work every 16 hours.
Yeah.
Not steady. Well, yeah, what if today's his day off or something like that?
Just saying.
Or maybe he did get fired. Who knows?
You're better at this. You go woo. You're the showman. Sorry, showwoman.
I look for the most bribable looking bouncer there is.
Okay. You approach a bouncer. I don't know what traits make someone bribable. What, does he have, like, small hands, a lazy eye? Like, what trait are you looking for?
Like,
you look at all the bouncers. They look generally
Like he's not like he's looking at this like I'm not paid enough for this job.
No. Clearly, they need to have a handlebar mustache, a gold tooth, and just a bowler hat.
No one has that description. You approach a bouncer, though. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. A moment of your time.
Uh-huh.
We left some of our friends in this establishment. We were guests of theirs, as they were membership. They allowed us to follow them in to...
Well, let me see your arm.
Sadly, I was a guest of theirs, and I openly show my arms.
Roll me a deception.
Rolling
I know what you're saying is true. I know what you're saying is true, but it's also not true. So.
Oh yeah. Dice going crazy there. 23.
I don't know if it's gonna be a 9 or a 3 or a 17.
I know, right? It just bounced everywhere.
Your friend waits out here.
Very well.
And,
I pout.
one of the bouncers walks in with you, and they go up to the bar and they ask one of the people tending it. You don't recognize the guy that was here from before either. He's not here. But one of the bartenders leans over and says, yeah, I saw them come in and they headed down to Copper Serpents. The bouncer nods and says, all right, let's go. But you're not getting back in here ever again without a tattoo.
Understand.
And they lead you to the basement, where Blake, Myrta, and Neri, all of you are waking up just right about now. How convenient!
Yeah, right.
All of you feel like your body is in great pain and jelly. Some of you remember what had gone on. Some of you may have had your personalities shifted. As you guys are being helped up from the bed by the halfling and kind of propped up against the door when the lynx comes in to collect you.
Oh my, everyone seems to be awake. Did you guys have a fun trip?
A what?
Yeah. That's awesome.
A what?
Trip.
I look over at Blake and I look over at all three of them. Who looks to be in the worst condition?
Myrta. By far. It's not even close.
Oh yeah, you failed both the con and the wisdom. Yeah, you failed 2 out of 3. Yeah, Murda's all kinds of fucked up. They don't even seem to know what year it is right now.
I go up to her. Are
You okay?
like there's the actual and like Murda, you'll see like there's actually genuine concern on you.
Well, that's the thing. You're assuming I can see you.
Sorry.
I hear noise.
I
A what?
I prop up Murta over my shoulders like,
Can you walk, dear? I'll take that as a no. Dear lad,
as I address Blake.
Who's a woman right now?
Oh, sorry. I
dear lass,
Lulu? Lulu Bell!
Oh, I don't know. I was muted. Sorry.
I turn to you, to your last. How are you feeling today?
I'm fine. I had a dream. I'm fine.
All right. Well, it looks like our other friend is a little loose in the legs. Would you mind helping her? I'll take care of
what?
this one right here. As I kind of gesture over to Neri.
No, yeah, sure. I got her.
Okay, you support her. The halfling says before you leave, there's a little matter of payment. And you need to sign this, all three of you.
What are we signing?
A contract for the most part.
Did you sign it?
I've already signed it. We each individually have to sign it as it is a non-disclosure agreement. So long as we're in this room.
I can sign it.
Alright. Does anyone resist signing it with their real name?
So I don't exactly resist signing it, but I struggle to hold the pen.
I assist in helping Murda write her name.
Blake, what do you write down?
Actually, wait, I have a question.
And are you resisting your true name, Blake? Same for Apo and for Seo. Are you guys resisting your true names being written on the pages?
So I have a question. If Lynx is basically using my hand to sign my name.
It's the person whose name is being signed.
Okay.
So you can't. It's drawing you out. The halfling corrects it and makes you hold it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm stabilizing your arm so it doesn't just flop down.
The quill kind of does it all for you.
I don't really resist. I don't really care. Mirta does not care about talking about the drugs outside of this place. In fact, she doesn't want to have to think about it ever again. She's going to have to, but she doesn't want to.
So you don't. So it signs in your true name, which is, what does it write?
It writes Mirta.
Okay.
There isn't she does not have a last name.
Blake, what about you? What's being written? Are you resisting or not?
Can Blake even write?
You can roll in secret if you want to resist or not, by the way.
What does secret mean? Like secret from the party or secret from the NPC?
Secret from the party. But it's visible that you're resisting it. If...
Oh. There's loopholes in that contract. I'll sign it.
Alright, so... What
Can I
appears on the
spell
page?
name?
You can it's your true name. However, you would truly in your soul sign your true name, like Fae shit.
Well,
Hold on, let me type something to you.
yeah, because I'm a little confused. We talked about it a little bit.
Sent you.
Okay. Got it. Does the question still stand? Am I still being asked to write what it is?
I'm asking you as the player what appears on the page. Are you resisting to sign a name of your choice, or are you just going with it?
Blake will go with it.
Okay, so what appears on the page as you sign?
Ka.
The word "ka" appears on the page.
And how legible is it with an intelligence of 5 real fast?
Not very legible at all, right, Blake?
I was gonna say.
The halfling raises an eyebrow at that and says, "Your name is Ka." Well, the quill doesn't lie. It just seems confused by it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That sounds like judgment to me.
Yeah, I don't like you.
What?
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 What? Oh,
All right, and
What?
Seo, are you resisting? And what appears on the page?
No, I'm not resisting, and on the page is the name Neriona.
Very good. I've got really bad allergies today. My deviated septum from having my nose broke too many times as a kid is making it really hard to speak. Alright, you guys leave. You are able to do... Oh, wait, sorry, nope. Matter of payment. Do you have...
Nope, too late, too late.
Do you have... Do you have the 2,400 total gold pieces to pay for all three of you?
Is there a payment plan?
I think that was on our
There...
I think that was on our friend outside.
There isn't.
Oh.
I have a question. When can we do it again?
You do
What?
as much as you have coin.
I don't have coin. Is there a way that we get some sort of agreement?
Oh, you mean to tell me that? Oh dear, I believe he forgot to give us the money. Oh dear.
Who?
You remember the other lady who was with us yesterday? Well, unfortunately, I was the only one allowed in today, as I was here to pick up these three. But she's the one that has all the payment.
Davey, are you outside right now?
And who's asking?
The player.
Oh. If I wasn't allowed in, I'd probably be off somewhere nearby, just watching like the women wave down and just the people going around.
Well, that sucks for you four then, the halfling says.
Oh dear.
He turns to the bouncer escorting you and he says, "You know what to do." And immediately links a blindfold he's trying to blindfold you from behind, like just grabbing you roughly and forcing a bag over your head. Are you struggling?
Just to be fast. Does it look like Neri or Murder can fight right now?
No. They are at exhaustion level 4. 4 levels of exhaustion is really nasty.
Oh fuck.
So, the thought crosses my mind, but I realize that I'm in no position to fend off an entire house of bouncers. So, unfortunately, Murta, I think you dropped to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a
Here's
bit
the
of
fall to the ground.
a scuffle. Does anyone actually resist? Oh shit.
No.
Yes, like us.
Blake, you resist? How do you resist?
Yeah, flailing arms around.
Not any actual, like, rolling, though, right?
Uh.
Like, mechanically, are you trying to fight and they're gonna have to beat you down into unconsciousness?
If it happens like at a split second, no, I don't think so.
Okay. You guys all have bags put over your head. Davey, how far away from the setting sun are you?
I'd say probably like 30 feet from the main entrance, not far.
You're minding your own business from the main entrance when suddenly 4 of the bouncers tackle you. You were watching them. You were watching them, and you were like, "Huh, they're approaching." But are they? What business could they have with me? And then boom, you can fight back if you want. We can go to a whole initiative, but or you can just not resist, so I can put you in the same scene as everybody else.
Oh, yeah, fine, sure. I won't move dash again.
comically, then you're just kind of like, what are they coming over
Well,
here for? And then boom, they hit you like a truck of
It
bricks.
is worth saying, they grab me, their hands go through skin to bone.
Yup, and there is obviously some confusion there, but it does not stop them from doing their jobs.
Yeah, and the only struggling that I'm doing is just like, don't you know how to treat a lady? And stuff like that. It's not, like, again, not mechanical resisting.
We've got about 40 or so minutes left, don't we?
Give or take.
Do we want to have the meeting with Lady Platinum now, or do we want to save that for next time? It might go longer than 30 minutes, is why I'm than the 40 minutes, is why I'm wondering.
I do not mind.
Do it now, yeah.
I don't mind
Yeah,
if it take cut in between.
That would be cool.
We want to do now?
Now.
All right. Sorry, just eating. Rough hands drag you upwards. And after some time, you are tossed into a into individual chairs. Your wrists and legs strapped into the chairs, the bag still above your heads. The bags are quickly pulled from your heads. You find yourself in a very well-appointed office room. Unlike the rest of the setting sun, the walls here are not made out of wood. Rather, they are made out of stone. Beautiful, intricate stonework. With water running down them all, like little waterfalls trickling through the cracks between the rocks. Into rock garden pools around the side of the room. There's a lot of greenery in here, as various plants and pots are on display. And there is a very well-dressed woman in a suit sitting behind a beautiful desk.
Is it mahogany?
It may be. You'd have to roll a nature.
Lady Platinum, we finally meet.
She says nothing, but stares at you all.
Why are we here? Why did I get jumped?
Oh, because we don't have enough money.
Didn't you get the money order?
She ratted you out in like a matter of seconds.
Wow. 3-ring circus.
Neri starts laughing.
I'd like to laugh.
Well, you're the ones who said we wanted to meet Lady Platinum. And also, who was it the one that gave us the 2 thumbs up saying that, yeah, yes, taking drugs is a good idea?
Usually is.
If the changelings in our presence and the spellcasters among us do not immediately revert to their original forms, I will start killing you, starting from the one on the rightmost.
Who's on the rightmost?
Blake.
Yeah, who's on the rightmost? We don't know this arrangement.
Wait, and Mirta just goes like,
The arrangement is as follows. Right to left, it's Blake, Lynx, Murda, Neri, and Davy.
Damn it!
Well, it helps that Mirta's already in her... She's been in her normal form the entire time, so that helps.
Uh-huh.
It's just like,
Fine.
I'm the changeling. I'm not... I don't care. I'm not changing anyway. I wasn't disguised in the first place. I'm more of a head-first sort of person.
Neri Neri
ahead.
tilts her head and is asking if she's in her right form.
I kind of raise an eyebrow and just go, "You sure?"
She takes a mug off of her desk. It is a porcelain mug with a handle that ends at the very top with a little calico cat holding onto the edge of the mug. And she takes a sip from it. This woman, by the way, is wearing a very excellent businesswoman's attire. It is not feminine clothing at all, but more a masculine style of dress for the time and the age.
Hold on a second.
Devine will give a deep sigh and just go, "Well, everybody, I know this is going to come as quite the shock to you all, and I do apologize in advance. I know you never saw this coming." And I'll just kind of I'll just drop it, sure.
She doesn't seem surprised at your appearance. And then she looks to Lynx and Blake.
So, again, this is player question to DM. Since I do view myself as the Lightning Links, which is Sarah Heartstring, would that still apply in this situation?
Yeah, she's asking you to take off the mask. She's asking you to take off the Batman mask. True forms in this room only.
My. Your information is quite vast, isn't it?
She stares.
What did they say? Like a spellcaster? Does that include me?
Yeah, you don't have disguise self up, you just have your disguise kit on.
Yeah,
So-
so what does that mean?
That means you can ask her. You could be like, I'm wearing an actual disguise and not magically cast, and also I'm strapped to this chair. What do I do?
I'm wearing a wig. I can't take off my mask without my hands.
Sarah, are you doing anything first, Lynx?
I'll be the last one to do stuff.
Well, Blake can't do anything, and so she's looking expectantly at you for now. Neri and Murda are in their true forms. Neri as an Eladrin, any one of your seasons is your true form.
I'll help her take off the wig.
Yeah, she just has like an existential crisis because of the wish.
Yeah, the way it was worded.
Yeah.
And it looks like this woman is waiting on you. Before they help Blake or do anything involving that.
I suppose I don't have a choice now, do I?
And I just stare daggers at her.
She looks at you impassively, and she sets down her mug.
I first revert to the actual visions of Sarah Heartstring. And so, because I had a slightly different version going into this place is to be, the good-looking woman.
Yeah, you had a few layers.
Yeah, so I have a few layers. So I go to Sarah Heartstring first.
She waits expectantly.
Well, nice knowing you all.
Oh, I just kind of offhandedly whisper to myself. And for the first time, you guys see Lynx's true form. As her hair gets longer from the sideburns. Actually, from the back, I guess her hair dangles down into about the square of her back. It changes from this very nonchalant brown, dirty brown color, to a vivid, fiery red hair. And 2 fox ears pop out and become visible, along with 6 foxtails.
Oh my god, she's Kurama.
Basically.
Okay.
And hold on a second. I actually have a drawing of this. So give me a second.
As you're showing the drawing, the woman behind the desk gets up, walks around the chair, starting from the left. A flawlessly manicured nail reaches out and just gently caresses the side of your skull, Davy.
On golden eyes. There we go.
It's sharp enough to leave a slight scratch mark on your hollow cheek behind.
Oh god, now
She-
we haven't even had dinner.
She doesn't answer your sass. But she doesn't seem surprised by your appearance. Nary, she walks by you, her fingers just gently resting on your collarbone and shoulder for a moment, trailing to the other side. She stops behind Myrta for a moment, and Myrta, she reaches out and caresses your hair, lifting a few locks of it up, wrapping them a little bit between her index and middle finger, and just examining your hair.
Myrta growls.
She ignores that as she moves to Sarah. She gently lifts up the end of one of your tails before she moves to Blake. And to Blake, she puts both of her hands on his shoulders and drags her fingers down the front of his chest and then back up to his wig, and she grips it tightly and just yanks it off, tilting his head back as she does. And she then walks around to the front of you, Blake. She sits on the edge of her desk, leaning slightly, and looks you in the eyes and says, "Anything else I need to take off for you?"
She says that to Blake,
Yep.
and she took off my wig.
Yep.
No, Blake shakes his head.
From that position, her amber brown eyes flick between all of you. So you think my drugs are free?
No,
Uh,
we simply wanted an audience.
So you wasted my drugs.
To be fair, I didn't take any. I'm just
Neither did
saying.
I.
I mean, it wasn't wasted. I saw things.
She silently stares at you all.
Ooh. Gary.
So what's the price?
I'm waiting to hear from you. That one said that you were looking for an audience. Let's see if whatever you wanted of me, if I consider it worth the money that you've caused me to lose.
Well,
He
Yo.
didn't think this through.
Do you
you're
have...
the one that said you wanted the audience.
Everyone looks to you, Lynx, it sounds like.
I'll be candid with you. We're here investigating a theft that happened.
No, you can't. You mustn't. Oh no, go ahead. Continue.
She doesn't say anything. She's letting you speak. It sounds like as she is leans in the back of her counter. As you're speaking, she leans over her desk and she takes up a long-handled pipe, like one of those really long cigarette holders, basically, and she puts it between her ruby red lips.
This item was was on display at the museum. him here in Argent. We were originally going to steal it for ourselves and make a hefty profit off of it, trying to sell it back. But someone apparently beat us to the punch. Likewise, with very little contacts in this city, and very few means of getting in contact with you, as you are someone who is more familiar with, so to say, less than lawful goods that's being shipped around. We figured you might have an idea or a lead on who might have stolen on our prize.
She blows out her smoke, but says nothing. I'm still waiting.
Well, unless you have something else to add, I've got nothing else because that's the truth of what it is. We're here looking for an item. You might have information on who might have stolen it, and we want to get revenge on them for stealing our item.
Ah, I see. So you don't have a good reason, then, for wasting my time and my money?
Never said I did.
Half
Unless
of us are
unless you guys have a good reason.
really wasted right now.
Honestly, if you just point me in a direction of something to kill, I'll go do it.
We can be useful.
She looks at Neri. Her eyes just kind of sliding without her head moving at all. But she says nothing yet. After an awkward long pause, she rolls her eyes and says, "That was encouragement for you to explain how."
I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on right now.
You're still coming off your shit.
I just know that we can. And we can do many things. We are really good.
Killing is
Definitely.
one such thing that some of us are quite proficient at. Looking towards Muta.
And we also know... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mirta.
Here's an...
Oh, I was going to say that...
I was... You probably don't want the person who's barely conscious to say what they're about to say.
Mirta, you need to rest, hold your strength. Rest, Mirta.
She
But
groans.
She holds up a finger suddenly to you, Davy.
Of course, it's always me.
Without saying anything, she walks towards the door of the office, and she opens it up. She leans out and she says, "Send in my next appointment." And then she walks back to behind her desk. A few moments later, a raggedy-looking woman with a bag over her head, similar to yours, is pushed into the room. Without saying a word, the woman points her cigarette holder. You watch as a blast of energy comes out from the end of it, blowing a hole straight through the woman who was just pushed into the room's chest, concaving it entirely and just burning away any blood that would have sprayed from it as you just watch someone casually killed by her. The body slumps to the ground. She just leaves it there before turning back to you, Davy, and says, "I'm sorry, you were explaining?"
For starters, I just want to say, as far as intimidation tactics go, good one. Yeah, that gets your attention real quick. But as far as our usefulness, well, it's not exactly secret knowledge. You and the leader of the adventurers, MacArthur, are not exactly on the best of terms. And little birdie has it out there that your who recently had some actions against a specific alchemist with the running rumor that you don't want him to tell something to Miss Arthur. Perhaps. By the way, said alchemist survived. So, perhaps someone as clever and cunning as you could put some idea of how two skilled rogues, a murderous beast of a woman, let's just be frank, and a charismatic individual could help best aid you.
Currently, the only one of you that I find valuable at all is the one to the furthest to your right.
Thought I was on the wrong.
He'd make an excellent bed warmer.
Oh. Right.
The rest of you have invaded my home.
We felt we were let in.
This is true.
We didn't invade.
Stolen my drugs.
Given.
Are wasting my time. Something I value very greatly.
Davey, kind of in his balanced position, just kind of like raises one hand, like vertical, to raise a question.
Her eyes slip to you.
That time being under house arrest, never being able to leave your home because you are wanted by pretty much everyone? Surely you would rather not be stuck in this wonderful place.
She points her cigarette holder at you.
Hey, I'm just saying. Trying to help.
Not... For a moment, it looked threatening, but then she lowers it slightly. This is a problem you claim to be able to help with?
We might be able to if we had a better understanding of the problem at large and what you need done. We're not people who have a direct connection to you, and therefore don't have eyes on you. We can go places your people cannot.
We are your favorite type of expendable.
Why do you have to go and say words like that?
Because it's true.
Prefer a reusable asset.
The point is, you lose nothing with us.
Except for the trucks, you already lost. But
Nary, shut up.
She actively laughs, and it's a high lilting. It sounds like a natural laugh, but it also sounds incredibly mocking.
Wait, how close is Nary to me again?
That's Murda speaking, right?
Yes.
Direct
It was
left,
two
meaning
over?
that in order
Direct
of annoyance, you would die before Neri if Neri pissed her off.
Oh no, what I was going to do was I headbutt Nary.
You're very secured in this chair.
Oh, then wait, could I sprout my tail and smack her?
If you would like, you do so. But remember, doing so,
Yeah.
she could turn that cigarette light
No, I
holder
know.
on. So Neri
I
gets that out, but it does make her laugh, which is something that I don't even think she expected. Because that's pretty fucking funny, actually. Well, now I see two ways that you're useful. A bed warmer and a clown.
Yeah, I can be pretty entertaining.
I know what. There's also another reason why you're wanted so much.
You're all
That might-
adventurers, correct?
Yes.
Have you signed on to that ridiculous adventurers guild?
In order to get
Yeah.
information.
Forced to.
There would have been a section on
And
the
that goes.
forums asking your background, what you did before becoming an adventurer. Do any of you have any experience in politics or in law?
A passing.
Yes.
I have experience in severing politics from their shoulders.
There is a lawful election coming up to denote the first Prime Minister of the United Provinces of Ajin Shu. Because of the way that this law is written, any citizen of Ajin Shu may be nominated. The election is in 3 months, and my nomination is confirmed.
So you want us to make you the new poncho or someone you put in?
That'd be a
want
fantastic way to get out of the city, out of this place.
I want you and your group to help me secure that the good people of Okarano, which will be the deciding province in this election, vote for me over top of General Opar, MacArthur, and the other political hopefuls that are going to be running in the race.
I mean,
Does
it
it need
seems pretty easy enough.
does it need to be the actual vote? Or could there be a real indoor?
Let's be honest. The good people of Okarano certainly are not going to be voting for me unless they are given no choice in the matter. Meaning you'll need to convince my running mates that the honorable thing to do would be to drop out of the race, or to come up with a lot of votes out of thin air.
I mean, both are pretty doable.
Very good, then. I already have several proposed plans on my desk. The first task I'll put you towards is proposing a plan yourselves. If I like your plan, we can continue to work together. If I don't, she points her cigarette holder again at the dead body on the ground. Another blast of energy fires from it and just cleanly evaporates the corpse's head.
Oh, come now. I think we got it the first time. That's just a hat on a hat.
So
I'd hold the tongue. Or whatever delightful thing that swamp gave you.
You see,
when
Dave was
speaking to
about
me.
to say something when she mentions the tongue, but then he stops himself.
With that, she moves around to Blake's chair first, reaches to the cuffs on his hand, and gently slips her nails underneath him. They retract into the chair. She has the same kneeling down to his ankle cuffs. She does this for each one of you, and, in case any of you wanted to try something, none of you were divested of your weapons, and she is currently kneeling down in front of you all as she's getting your ankle cuffs.
I want to try something so bad.
I kind of side-eyed Murta. Is Murta a little bit more...
Murta is glossy-eyed but glaring at the same time. Like, if she could give a death stare right now, it would be it would be the death stare she would have given Lynx if she knew that Lynx was the one who ratted her out before.
when she comes to Neri, she's like chuckling. I was like, usually it's the other way around. No, the
Now,
boss sits here.
No, I'm kind of giving the ice signals like, do you want to go for it? Is basically what I'm eyeing.
It is very clear that Mirta is not in the condition to do anything.
4 levels of exhaustion again. Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
not only that, but I can't walk for 24 hours without help.
Yep.
So it'd be 2 rogues pretty much just fighting her.
Hey, you guys go
And
get sneak attack. Also, Blake's at a fighting capability, sort of.
Oh, that's true.
This is true. Blake's here. I'm kind of eyeing everyone like, do we want to go for it?
I kind of already have. Fuck it. How can I say sure?
You say sure, Mirta shakes her head no. Or
Yeah.
just tries to.
Blake is trying to like pass it off as like, yeah, sure, will work. Not really. We're probably going to report all of this to the Opars, and then try to find a way to like undo all of the plan that we give her. But Blake just nods.
Honestly, I just want to shove my brick of god drugs right into her face. See what happens.
So, really quickly,
Mhm.
as she's kneeling down in front of you, Davy,
Mm-hmm.
you're the only one to hear her say, I wouldn't if I were you.
Wouldn't what?
What you're thinking.
Oh, isn't...
How are you
What am
going
I
to get out of here if you do?
It is a predicament. I don't suppose I could just look like you and walk out.
Well, oh wait, I can't answer, I guess? I don't know if
Davy's
we
the
hear
only
that.
one. Davy's the only one who heard her whisper it, but she could. Davy could be speaking loud enough for all of you.
Yeah, sure.
Just because there is no reason for her to be walking out anyway. Giveaway.
It doesn't matter. She knows that she can read our minds, apparently. So,
Or
I
your
guess
body
we're stuck.
language.
Checking out my body now, were you?
Her eyes slide up to you from underneath her long black hair. She gives a slight smile.
Oh, you charmer. If I wasn't sure there were poisonous fangs behind that smile, I'd be flattered. But I guess we're stuck in our position as is, and if we want to live, we have to help.
I have a question for you, Lady Platinum, if I may.
Her eyes make their way to yours as she stands back up. And she tilts your chin up. If you're still sitting in the chair, she reaches out, puts one thumb on the bottom of your chin, her index finger curled under it, and gently tilts your head up so you're looking her directly in the eyes.
Where are we going to stay? Because I thought you let us outside.
Why wouldn't I let you outside?
She probably has.
We have a political arrangement that we have to attend to. We can't really accomplish that from within these walls.
Besides,
Yeah,
darling, don't you worry about a thing. I'll be watching.
Probably has just as much people in our pocket as MacArthur does, or fucking any politician.
I'm just... I need a place to rest. And, you know?
You may rest here if you need.
No, we
Just
will carry
don't
them.
Disappoint me. You'll take them back? Very good then. You're free to leave now. You have your task. if I don't hear from you promptly, you might hear from me.
How do we make contact?
Oh, how do we get inside again? We don't have the tattoo?
There's
repeat,
a
how...
man. He goes by the name of Shanks. You'll find him in the rooftop market. Simply ask for him. He'll furnish you with the marking you need to come inside.
Awesome. Thank you.
From there, the staff will know you. She smiles again. There's just a hint of sharpened canines behind her lips.
Can I do like an insight check to determine like if she's even human?
It wouldn't be an insight.
What would it be then?
A nature or a medicine.
Merita thinks about the fact that
I'll
her teeth are
do.
almost as sharp as mine.
I'll do nature.
Okay. Many
9.
races have such sharpened teeth, and some humans fashionably do the same.
Yeah.
Look intimidating or things like that. But, you're not certain. She appears human aside from the teeth.
Can I show my sharp teeth?
If you would like to go, nah, I have fangies.
I try to open the mouth and smile.
Oh, darling, you're adorable. She says, patting your cheek gently with her long, sharpened nails. Then her hand shifts to a gesture towards the door.
I shift back into Sarah's face. So I don't look like my true form anymore. And I help Murda out the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Do you guys leave, or anyone want to say anything else to her before you go?
Where do we collect her things?
We didn't lose our things.
We didn't lose our things. We had all of our stuff on us.
She didn't disarm or take anything away from you. They didn't even go through your
Okay.
stuff.
To be fair,
Okay.
do they need to when she has a disintegration pipe?
Actually, do I recognize the spell that she used?
You can roll me an Arcana.
I will gladly roll that Arcana.
I'm just to be clear. I'm not saying I know it's a
18.
disintegration. It's just
Eldritch
it
Blast.
them.
Eldritch Blast. Okay, Warlock.
No. Could have the spell initiate trade.
I am currently not saying anything. I'm just helping Murda
I know.
out the door. The sooner we can get away, the better.
And,
Someone helping me?
oh yes, I'll help Neri.
Thank you.
And I'm going to shift back into human.
Blake, anything to say before you go?
I tried to wave goodbye.
No,
If-
I don't think so.
I think all Merita says is, nice teeth.
She puffs on her pipe and blows a large smoke ring, and then a smaller smoke ring through it that looks like an arrow.
I would clap if I had more energy.
I'm going to just whisper into Neri's ear. Shift back to your normal. Shift. Oh wait, was Neri shapeshifted when she?
No.
Did she have to drop her shapeshifting?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
She
My
was
bad.
never shapeshifted.
Oh,
I can't do that.
where?
As you guys are walking out, those of you looking behind you see that she points her long cigarette holder at the door, and the door closes itself. Hi, Matcha. You just missed the introduction of one of my favorite villainesses, Lady Platinum, and the players are simping, at least some of them.
I
River.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
After we get the exhausted folks back to bed, I'm going to do something stupid if you'll allow it.
I allow my players to do stupid things so long as they understand the risks to their character and their life.
And I'm not going to tell the others, so they're probably going to kill me for this.
Well, we are 5 minutes from end.
Yes,
so
it will be quick.
That'll be next session because we have to give the others the opportunity if they wish to do anything on their way back. But you guys are allowed out of the setting sun.
Aren't we trying to get the tattoos before?
You would go.
I think we should go rest first.
Yeah, and you have to go meet a guy named Shanks in the rooftop markets for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't blame them? I don't either. Lady Platinum's a very interesting person. And thank you so much for coming, Miss Matcha, as well as everyone else. But now we're going to rate another great content creator as we have finished for the evening. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're still raising money right now for my cat, 8-Bit, who is pretty sick, but she's recovering very well. She's eating and acting normally now. We do have to take her to the vet one more time to, at least, in order to check and make sure that she's doing okay and that she's responding to all the medicine and the treatments, things like that. And then tomorrow, we're going to be doing a sponsored stream so you guys can help support without needing to spend a dime. We're going to be doing War Thunder. It's going to be an open collab for War Thunder 2, so anyone who wants is able to join in and play with me.
What time?
Oh god, I don't know yet. I haven't thought of a time. Just at some point. It'll be posted in on my Discord server and on my Twitter and such. You can get my Discord server there.
I have it downloaded ready.
As a note too, for the 8-Bit fundraiser, that's the my cat, we're going to be giving all sorts of really cool community rewards for hitting certain milestones. So if you wanted to see eventually a little mini digital convention with TTRPG folk, VTuber folk, and people in the cosplay community, consider tossing a couple bucks towards my cat's health. That said, who are we going to raid tonight? Let's find out. Stay tuned, guys. When we get in there, yell, River Raid! Hooray!